With all that we have given them, we should own perhaps at least one half of this asset. The revenues generated because of and it's not, just take out the Obama race part. Why the fuck is the president of the United States hosting cartoons?
Stanley walked tall with a paperback brain.
Well, I don't know what it was, but the thing is that if you ever go and you kind of read these people's biographies, fearing his shoes, library brave. The MAGA blacks, you get a bunch of MAGA blacks. That's what you get out of it, President. You get MAGA blacks who will put. I'm a drunk old man with a head shaped like a shroom. And then the other thing we've forgotten is brevity. That's the main lesson I learned today, and I know I'm Stanley, bitch.
An immediate reaction from the panel to something that broke during the course of our conversation here. And we don't do a lot of this hot takery, quick reaction stuff. It's kind of not how the Dispatch was built. But this has been something that I think we've anticipated for several weeks. There's been sort of behind the scenes discussions about it. There's been reporting periodically about this potential deal. And now it has been announced by the Department of Justice. And I'll just read you the top of the New York Times. At this point, only has a 2-paragraph news brief about it. And then I'll get your reaction. The Trump administration announced on Monday the establishment of a $1.776 billion fund to compensate people who claim they were targeted by the Biden Justice Department, creating a potential pipeline to funnel taxpayer money to his allies and supporters. The highly unusual plan, slammed by critics as a political slush fund, came after President Trump withdrew his lawsuit demanding at least $10 billion against the Internal Revenue Service, an apparent effort to skirt oversight by the judge in the case as he moves toward arranging a fund to funnel taxpayer money to his allies and supporters. I have to say, this is one of the most absurd things I have seen in the Donald Trump era.
Then just wait till tomorrow, Steve.
Honestly, I'm open to anything that, my part of my mantra during the past decade is we can always go lower. There are always new, surprising and shocking things. So I'm open to the possibility. We've got 2.5 years left. I expect we'll see more of this kind of stuff. But this is one of the most truly preposterous things I've seen the federal government do in my 30 years of covering politics. And one of the most truly preposterous things I've heard the federal government doing as long as I've been able to read about such matters. I have the actual release by the Office of the Attorney General. And it is one of these sort of laugh so you don't cry moments. The settlement agreement in Trump v. IRS has created the Anti-Weaponization Fund. The settlement agreement directed by the Attorney General to issue an order establishing funding and any other relevant requirements of the fund for the fund. Within 60 days, this is Section C, within 60 days of the effective date, the United States shall provide the U.S. Department of the Treasury with all necessary forms and documentation to direct a payment of $1.776 billion to an account for the sole use by the Anti-Weaponization Fund. It's just like the Times, in its very New York Times way, I think, tried to give the readers a sense of what this was without making the claim that it actually is what it is. I mean, this is just a political slush fund. Is there anything more to it? Am I not seeing anything? Have any of you done reading or have an understanding that can help us put this in a less corrupt light? Drucker, I'll start with you.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll go ask the question, but but look, maybe this is how Trump's going to try and address the affordability crisis. You take some government money and you funnel it to people in need.
The government money comes from the taxpayers. I was just like that.
No, it comes from the oligarchy. Graham Plattner says oligarchy, and I'm going with that. The other thought I had is like, this is a great gig where you get to go to work somewhere and then use other people's money to pay friends of yours. And it doesn't work that way where I work. So maybe you and Jonah can talk about that. Look, all things being, look, kidding aside, although this is how I'm going to deal with this psychologically, is to just kind of make jokes about it, is that I would like to actually ask experts and historians and anybody else, is there anything similar like this in American history that has been directed by a president and then produced by the Department of Justice or any other government agency? I would be interested to know. The other thing I will say politically is that, look, if the economy was flying high, inflation had been dealt with, and voters were saying to themselves, look, this is who I thought he was, but I made a bargain. He would be this guy, but deliver me this economy and this quality of life. Then, it's one of those things where it's just the price of admission with President Trump. But because the economy is where it is, as far as voters are concerned, among other things, I think this is just another political problem for the president and his party. And yes, a la the jokes I was making, this is it's a problem for how people look at our government and our institutions and whether they have any faith or trust in them. But, that's a longer conversation than my hot take at the end of the podcast.
Yeah. Kevin, among the people that Donald Trump believes have been unfairly targeted by a weaponized Department of Justice are the people responsible for the attacks on January 6th, who were summoned to Washington and I think provoked by President Trump's own language. These people who beat police officers and did tremendous damage to the Capitol itself, threatened senators, members of Congress. Mike Pence actively tried to stop the process of certifying the election. Trump has repeatedly talked about them as victims of the Joe Biden.
Yeah, I guess we get it. Let's switch over.
Thing I want to be able to do. That's boring. Like, I want to come on here different days, do different shit.
Before I leave, because I got to get back in and do my staff meeting. I hate to hit you.
Okay, let me just start with this. CM is literally bereft of morals. He literally, dude, he let this silly bitch who's mad with me come up. She literally had free reign to just talk shit about, dude, the man is a hoodlum. He gets controlled by women. Dude.
No,
I don't. Listen, Jalen Brunson's that dude,
where
bro.
to begin.
For a 6'2" dude to do what he doing,
dude is. I don't even know where to begin with this shit. But I do know where it'll end. Son, I tried. You are a lost boy, And Ponder is going to lead you to ruination, just like she did John Galt. She brags about John Galt having 2,000 subscribers and shit. Dude, he's not monetized. He is very creative, but his content is abuse of black people. How is that? Yeah, it's creative, just like Hitler was. Dude, the woman needs to be taken to task, and Ponder's not the one to do it. She is as horrible a person as John Galt. She's gonna be a spinster. She chooses the wrong men. Nobody's gonna marry her silly ass. She might as well just join a fucking nunnery. Maybe she'll be a good nun because she's a failure as a YouTube co-host. She hates me because I'm blunt. I'm not abusive. I don't pull punches, especially if I think you're smart. She is supposedly smart, but she can't take a fucking intellectual punch. I'm abusive. Bitch, fight back. Because I will call you a bitch. Deal with it. You can call me a bitch too, honey. Seriously. CM, it's obvious. Picking on CM is just punching down. Punching Ponder. She is manipulating this lost boy, and it is so obvious. He's not doing well. What in the fuck? Yes. Let me also say something. Yeah, I only have 350 viewers after a year because I'm blunt. I will not compromise. You are either going to be able to deal with me or not. People like Ponder, people like John Galt, dude, I chew them up and spit them out. She can pretend like she's on her high horse. Dude, she is literally controlling CM's channel. Motherfucker, 4 months and 100 and some viewers, 100, not 200. He's on my pace. He'll be monetized in a year, and there's nothing wrong with that. He's gonna do it on his terms. I'm doing it on my terms. Such a pretend intellect. She is literally not that bright.
That's the series I'm definitely interested. It can easily go 7.
It could easily
Yeah,
go
I can see it going 7 too, but
if Cleveland comes,
we'll find out Sunday when I go back live again.
Yeah, we'll see.
By the time I go live on Sunday, it should be 4 games then, so we'll see.
Mariah.
By the time I go live Sunday.
Cleveland, y'all can't let the Knicks.
I don't know.
Get ahead.
I also have to say this.
I mean, vice versa. Y'all can't let Cleveland get ahead early in the series.
I have done another all-nighter, though I did sleep a lot yesterday. I don't have anywhere to be. I can sleep, but I have spent a number of hours with this failure to launch, and I've said everything I have to say. One thing I do have to say, this bitch of a man, I'm on a panel and Ponder can't deal with me on a panel. How much is she paying him? I'm not going to motherfucking pay him shit, but I do know he went too far. He let a bitch accuse me of some things like, what the fuck? What kind of circus is he running? Yep, he's showing it. I am live, CM. Bring your bitch with you. Yep. Thank God he showed that. Yeah, bring yourself over here, son, so I can abuse you like I did on your own panel. Dude, I abused you and had fun doing it.
Where all this is coming from. All this anger and frustration. But these are
I'm not
disgruntled
angry.
males.
See, she
who
thinks
don't
I'm
have
angry
using
and
content.
frustrated.
Like,
She
they're
doesn't
just-
understand. See,
Imagine not having anything to do
I
with
mean, he's
yourself.
not tired. I know I'm tired. Fucking, I'm just
yeah, motherfucker.
fucking.
I'm not tired because I'm used to being up when I am tired, you little puss.
Had to get some coffee. It's early. Look at that.
I have not had coffee. I know how to stay awake,
Oh,
puss.
that's you.
Oh, I'm
But no, these motherfuckers,
tired.
he was
I've
just
been
like-
up grilling all
I've been
night
13
and
hours.
talking shit.
He was on here the majority of the time.
Yep. I'm
He
here
going
now,
live right
bitch.
now.
Listening to ya.
Again, damn, like shit. I need the motherfucker.
Yeah, motherfucker,
the dope
I
y'all on or something.
outlast
Like,
dumb
you
YNs like
motherfuckers
you.
just keep going. I'm tired,
Son, son,
I can't.
I know how to stay awake because
And then y'all,
I'm a
what are y'all
man.
streaming about it.
Here,
Sam,
let me
I'll come up.
let me
Apparently,
send
all
little
these people
bitch
went
a
to be on a
message.
panel with me. Sam, they have to pay. It's $100. $100 to
Fuck
CM's
you.
Cash App.
Okay.
You see it.
why
Look at
would-
the click the
Here,
link.
let me
100
send her
to
a message.
CM's Cash App directly.
Why?
And then you can
would
tell me off and
I
bitch me out on the
pay-
panel all you want. Because you want the drama. These people. I'm back.
That's what they want. That's what.
Yeah,
want.
they have to pay. You really want to go back and forth? You have to pay. Just pay. See, and I ponder, I'm not getting anything but the laughs because you're all dumb fools. You make yourselves look bad.
I wrote.
You
why
wish I
would
was on
pay
your-
$100?
You hear what I said
I'm
though
watching
about,
you from my
these
show,
motherfuckers?
and
They
I
said
get to
Sam
say
was
what the
live
fuck I want to
for
say,
like 13 hours.
son.
Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. What else?
Why? I
He
am
was
like,
he was on my live the majority of the time. Now he's going
Yep.
live.
for
And
hours.
now I'm
I
live,
woke up to
bitch.
this nonsense.
Now I'm live.
Thank you,
Motherfucker, go
Crown.
to bed.
Oh,
You're 60
that's
years
how
old.
it is. Thank you, Crown. If you want to panel up, you're so angry.
If you want to
Panel-
panel up, please send
Ponder,
my
such a
boyfriend
bitch.
some
Ponder's a
money.
AI bitch.
We hate
Send my
Ponder. Get
boyfriend
Ponder.
money.
We know
Yeah,
Ponder's dad's
absolutely.
name.
Send my boyfriend
We got
And
Ponder's
my-
money.
IP address.
Send my
Lord,
boyfriend
and my dad's
money.
age, so they say.
Send him money.
Why are you trying?
Who's
I mean,
gonna send
clearly,
you a rap
I
song?
really am that awesome. And
Who's gonna?
I run the
I'm gonna
world. I do
buy
my
him
YouTube,
a
I know that.
laptop.
To even be
Send
with-
him some
Yeah, it's true.
money.
I mean, if you're gonna panel up,
Yeah.
I'll pay.
Money.
You better y'all
Send him
$100.
some money.
I'm getting nothing. I'm getting no money except the laughs and to remind you of how much you suck at
Send
life.
him some money.
Give CM the Cash App. It's $100.
Please
Or
send my boyfriend
I
some
leave.
money. Money.
Come bring some content.
Money.
You gotta pay the Cash App. Hey, just pay Sam's Cash App $100.
I can't. And here's the thing too. I don't like. I don't want to be on the panel with them anyway. So they got to pay anyway.
They need to pay. Like you bring the channel down, you bring away viewers, you don't bring anything. You do not have any content. You're not interesting. That's why it is beneficial to read books, like for example,
Send him
British literature, where you would actually learn
Send
alliteration
money.
and metaphor and narrative and rhetoric.
Honey, honey.
But most of you have such issues with me. You're illiterate. You're dumb. You're a pack of flat earthers. You have nothing to offer anyone.
Stanley, I thought don't you got a live to do? What are you still?
Stanley, you've been in this man's live for like coming at 6 hours now.
Wait, hold it. This dumb fuck can't figure out I'm live now.
I thought isn't he live?
Oh,
Right now?
somebody go over there and tell him I'm live.
Just bickering.
I'm watching this dumbass and his manipulative girlfriend.
Hey, Crown, I've never taken money through Cash App. I've only paid through. I've never taken money through Cash App. So everything will go directly to CM. I don't even have Cash App. I've never used it like that.
I don't even have a Cash App.
I'm
It's
here
sent it
now.
to my boyfriend.
Or when CM
Send
goes
it
live
to my
again,
boyfriend.
you have to pay. If
Send
you want,
it
if
to
you
my
want to panel up
boyfriend.
with Ponder,
He
Fuck, if
needs
anybody,
more.
if
He
anybody
needs
sends me
more
anything,
charcoal and
I'll end the stream and
weenies.
start a new one.
He
Fuck
needs
it.
more
Send
charcoal and
$50.
beef weenies.
no, it's 100. It's 100, 100 to the Cash App, to Sam's Cash App, which is Lean.
Send it to
Yeah,
my
send
boyfriend.
100. We'll do another 12 hours. Fuck it. But if not, we're just gonna sit here and.
Dude, I thought you were
Until we're
tired,
done.
bitch.
I gotta go by
Oh, I gotta
by
go.
1. I'll be back at like probably after 4. If you're live then,
Bitch,
someone pays you
boyfriend,
100
I got a job. I got a
and it's $100 each.
job.
Each person, you want to go back and
Go back
forth with
to their
Ponder.
shit.
Oh, the AI bitch. Like, come on. I'm old. Like, these people are that angry. You gotta pay.
Like, what did you do?
Sam, I told you, like, I don't know, like in Discord, they're all angry at me. And like 3 people like have said they hate me, and I'm banned from like 20 channels. And
Oh, wait, hold it.
someone
Hey,
someone
you
paid
know,
Sharon Brace.
See, this is what silly bitches don't understand. She's banned from like 20 channels. Is it because the channels are a problem? Classic. You might be the problem if you're banned
Oh God, no,
from
wait a
20
minute.
channels.
Someone paid Izzy to ban me. Okay, so some guy paid Izzy $100 to ban me out of the live chat. But Izzy told me, no, questions to Ponder. You're okay, you can come on the panel though. But someone paid Izzy to get me out of the live chat. Oh yeah, they'll pay. These people will pay these content creators. So if you want to ban me, just pay.
Is he like 60 years old?
I think Izzy's 50. I think Izzy's 50.
What's the difference?
That's true. What is the difference? That is true. They're all boomers. You want me banned? Then just pay.
Yeah,
Oh, that's crazy. That my last live, the last forever live
okay,
at CT.
ma'am,
CT told them you have to pay 150 to knock me off.
Literally,
the panel, 150.
Let me just make a point here. This woman,
I don't have a problem with it.
supposedly,
Yeah, she's pissed me off multiple times.
high.
Oh yeah, and I banned
I
them.
pissed her off
Some
multiple
high
times,
all the time.
octane
People get over it. Like that's the thing about you characters. Like this is why you're having difficulty in life.
Don't you, Karen?
It's YouTube. How can anyone hold a YouTube grudge from a year? You're so angry.
Ponder, how many times have I pissed you off?
All the time, CM. Oh, like that last live with the, what was it? That one live.
No, I ain't asked the detail. That's the question.
All the time. Yeah, it's probably going to happen again in a few days since you're back live. It happens. Oh,
how many times have you pissed me off?
Oh goodness, enough that you took away my wrench that one time. What was that?
So yeah, it's just like these people need to grow up.
So what I wrote
you
is
get pissed,
no
you get over
grudges.
it.
I just think
you get it's
Ponder is a
YouTube.
pick
Like who
me
holds
and
a grudge
CM
over
is a
YouTube?
hoodlum.
That's why you people are bitter and your channels suck.
Yes, I'm very bitter.
Adults get mad at each other.
Yep.
Not even mad. You just get pissed off, like petty pissed off. You get over it.
Mad.
No one, like, it's not that serious. It's YouTube.
Yeah.
People are going to disagree. Like most of you, because you never went to college, you've never went to class, you're dumb. You've never been in a position where you're not the smartest person in the room, where there are people that you're just going to disagree with. You're going to deal with people who are probably hardcore racist and misogynist.
Oh my God.
Like that's life.
No.
You have to learn to navigate through
this is
things that you don't like, things you don't like to do.
And this is
a lot of you don't like going to work.
Ponder is not that bright. She's well spoken, but she's not a thinker. See, she doesn't care about details. 50 is a boomer if people disagree with Ponder. Same thing with all these young'uns. If you disagree, you're a boomer. No, dude. Her little boyfriend here, dude, I went over there and there were 2 people. There were 2 motherfucking people. And I don't care because I've had 2 people, you start small, maybe it'll get better, maybe it won't. But she's pretending like CM is like some runaway success. And that's simply not true.
The rest of you No, Latino is good too. Latino is good. But the other, including CT and his little buddy, Ace and Gary, the ambiguously gay duo. You're like, these channels are just
Who?
going to. Lord,
He doesn't.
oh,
He
God.
doesn't get
What is
the
with this?
joke. He doesn't get the ambiguously gay duo joke. She's gonna have to explain it to him.
I don't know. I don't watch these people.
Yeah, there's nothing to watch there. Like, there's nothing like you don't have content. You're not smart people. You're not serious people. You do not have content. You don't have content. You do not know how to hold a conversation that does not include YouTube beef. Like, what the hell is YouTube beef? There's so much going on in the world. There's so much that has happened in the world. So much history to discuss. Interesting history. Oh my goodness. There's so much craziness with Michael Jackson now. CM.
Oh God, she's
Craziness with Michael
literally going to.
On an unrelated note,
Okay.
unrelated note, CM, I don't believe.
Let's start a channel talking about Michael Jackson. Oh, she is seriously lame.
For about 17 years now, and it's evident.
No,
in my opinion, this man really was set up. This man was. I really do
This
believe Michael
man was
Jackson
set
big
up.
time. I really
That's
do.
her premise.
Yeah,
This is gonna be a whole. We're gonna do a whole channel about
Mhm.
Michael Jackson being set up.
Like these people are signing Faustian bargains and shit like that.
Yeah, they play
Faustian
long
bar-
con.
dude,
CM. These
He
people
doesn't
play
even
long con.
understand
They
what
took
a Faustian
advantage
bargain is.
of
Well, I know
Michael.
you know what a Faustian bargain is.
No, you
what?
don't.
Oh, a
Faustian.
Faustian, a Faustian
Ask
bargain.
her.
Yeah.
No,
I know you know what
no,
it is, but you
sorry.
can't talk about this shit
Sorry.
with like these people because that's
You
like
can't
above it.
right.
I've tried. They're like they used
No,
to like
but
basic
you all
level.
don't care. Like, these
They're
people don't
basic level
care.
conspiracy theorists, basically. They're right wing conspiracy theorists. I'm past that shit. I'm like on real like I'm damn near on coding type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to get to coding. I'm not trying to keep getting dumbed down by regular.
Listen to this dummy.
You know what I'm saying? Topics like racism and just like politics, like religion. Like I'm already know like pretty much
Racism, women, this red pill nonsense, even politics. There's so many other things to discuss. You don't even have to. Like, there's so many other things right now, but yeah, it's just too much.
I
at
thought
this
she
point.
had to work.
They don't like.
Do you feel like he don't even know what that is?
He doesn't know.
He probably
No, I have no clue what a Faustian bargain is.
Some fucking faces.
I have no idea.
That's what they do.
Dude, Ponder
It's
is a
master
mere
gaslighting.
child.
That's what they do. Like
She is
they're better
not that
wives than
accomplished.
Their mamas everywhere. So bitch ass.
Oh, listen to him, dude.
So that's what we're doing.
Listen to him. See, he is safe in the
And
bosom.
then, you know,
He is safe in the bosom of his pick.
Oh, okay, let her stay there.
And I said, okay, bet. That's like we traded Ariella for Ponder. So like trade final. Like, I was like, of course, fucking, I'm gonna fucking defend Ponder over Ariella. Like,
Stanley, yeah, that's okay, Stanley. If you have Aruella, then go over there and build content with her. She's not stupid.
He doesn't like her. She is stupid.
Like, look at safe bosom of your pick me. Stanley, why do you care? You've been on YouTube for years. Like, he just started like 2 months ago. So you are live and you're still watching his channel? CM's chat. Stanley, like, you really are.
No.
You are
1
so
year,
bitter and
silly.
jealous.
This 1 year and some months.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
She
Like,
seems to think
Stanley,
she does
here,
not know
I
much.
know I'm not going back to
She
your
doesn't
channel.
know the
You're just
history.
not cool like
She
that.
does not know the history.
Why don't you build something on your own channel? You don't just try something. Stanley, you don't have the juice. Michael Jackson had the juice.
Wait,
You
hold
don't.
it. Am I fucking Michael
He's always,
Jackson, you
like you said,
silly?
he's a reaction
Oh,
channel.
God.
Yeah, you just react to other people's content. Even Galt mentioned that. Why don't you have like original content, Stanley? Like, why can't you just chat with Aruella? Like, she's in the UK.
Because you know what it is like. At least if you're trying to run a panel type shit, at least like have a rotation of people. He's so rude to everybody. He can't even get a rotation like different people. and then he doesn't have his own original content, so he just ends up reacting and just trying to play that part. That's why I call him a negrotician.
Like Stanley, it's when once Galt moved away from you, his channel was doing just fine, and he wasn't even trying like that. He doesn't go 10-12 hour lives every single day like other people, and he still got to 1,000.
Like me, hey, I like going live.
No. Yeah, you just started 2 months ago, and Galt did that. That's how he got to 1,000.
Listen,
he was doing 12, like he was doing 24-hour lives. That's what people told me.
Me as part of the channel.
No, Galt did that in the beginning. When he was at like a few hundred subscribers, he did like 24-hour lives. And it just, when you stay in the algorithm will favor you.
Yes. Galt is not monetized.
Look at your channel. Sam, your numbers
Galt is not monetized.
First off, Stanley, you are jealous of CM. Let's just be honest right here. You're jealous of this guy.
I told you what he told me yesterday. He had 5 people on there talking shit to me. Then he's like, he goes like 12 hours, does like 500.
Yeah, he does. Like, he gets almost 1,000 views. Like Stanley, you're jealous.
They had said 400.
Yes, you are talking about me. You are talking about me on a panel. I'm in your chat and I am occupied. I'm in your head.
iPhone. It doesn't matter if Galt's monetized or not. He doesn't matter. He's in the algorithm.
Look how he's typing. He's rage typing. He's mad.
You are rage typing. And so
I am in your head.
But so were you. At least he knows how to hold a panel and have a conversation with people. You don't. Stanley, you're in the chat. You're in the chat. And you're angry for no reason.
Is he really live right now?
I'm not angry,
Stanley. If you're live and you're here, you have no idea how that. Stanley, you're in the live. Like you're in the live chat. Go, Stanley. You've been doing this. You've had how many people that you've worked with on your channel, and all you do is you piss people off and push them away. Stanley is live. That's what Moxie said. He is live. You're watching on. Are you streaming his live, Stanley? That's really bad. Stanley, you have to stop using other people's content and create your own content.
Bro, he has almost 1,000 videos. Wow.
How do you have 1,000? He has 47.
He has
and almost 20,000 views.
He has 778 videos.
Yepper. Hey, Wale, how you doing? It's been a while. How you been? Good to see you.
Stanley, you need to. Stanley,
bit saying
why are you live streaming this man's channel?
Oh boy.
Stanley, you're live streaming. He's live streaming your channel, CM.
You there, Wale?
CM, look at what he's doing.
How's the YouTube volume making noise? How you doing, Stan?
Hold on one sec. Let me silence this. How you been, Wale?
Oh, you're listening to a YouTube too, huh?
Oh, don't worry about it. It's inconsequential.
I didn't even know what that talk was about, but you popped up in my notifications again. And I said, wow, Stanley's still showing up every day. That's beautiful, man. You're putting in the work.
Well, I get fussed at for showing up every day, but I'm enjoying it.
There you go, my man.
How you been?
I've been good, Stanley. Even today I was working. I'm getting up early, doing 2 or 3 hours worth of sweat work, you know. Mm-hmm. Things are happening good, man.
Good.
I'm feeling good.
How are those banana trees?
Oh, they burst out. They blooming again. I sold the last crop, and now they blooming again.
Excellent.
Yeah, stuff is going good, man.
So what you been up to?
Clearing away all that debris from the hurricane. I cleared up the main yard where
really?
Where the fruit trees were. I cleaned that right up after the hurricane, but the other part of the yard, trees fell, big trees too. About 5 or 6 of them. And then I didn't even mess with it because it was just too much work, knocked over my storage shed, all that stuff. So
Oh,
I just said, you know what, that's too much work for me to do by myself. So I just left it. But now that I got the yard where I'm growing farm, like a farm type of attitude, that got that under control. Now I've been spending the past 2 weeks every morning. I get up and go and attack this other part that's overgrown, everything. It's a mess. I've been videoing some of it as I go along, but yeah, it's still work in progress. But the bush had taken over, man. I had to beat the bush back. Stuff will take over if you don't mind it, So yeah, I've been jumping up every morning, clearing that out. I want to put more trees around, more fruit trees, because I want plantains now. You know plantain? The frying banana?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I love plantains.
Yeah, I want more of those trees. I have some, but it's not enough. I want more. So I'm clearing the rest of the area I'm working with to put in plantains.
Can you do me one favor? I'm going to start this again. I got a knock at the door. Just stay. I'll be gone like a couple minutes. Uh-oh. Well, he has left.
Oh, your knock at the door has left?
No. The person I was mocking left. But just listen to this. I will be right back. Please stay. I will be right back.
Oh, sure. You say please stay, no problem.
That's January 6th.
Why you ask me to listen to this?
By the president are now going to be paid by the U.S. government?
One assumes so. You asked me if I'd done any this into context, and I have. It's all been Kafka and Orwell, but it has been reading that puts it into context. Yeah, he's a criminal, right? I mean, you lie down with dogs, you get up with fleas. You elect someone like this is the stuff he does.
Mike, last word to you. Maybe there's not much more to say about it. We'll do more reporting on it, but I guess, again, nothing at this point surprises me. And we had heard reporting about this, but this seems to be another new low.
Well, look, out of an abundance of sort of fairness or telling the totality of the story, it is worth pointing out that it is a pretty regular occurrence that in Democratic administrations you see settlements, particularly on environmental issues, pollution enforcement settlements and other kinds of things that even with the most sort of generous. Yes, the sue and settle regimes, even the most generous sort of look at them, it's their payouts to Democratic interest groups. So I want to get that out there and say that like this.
I agree. And that's relevant context.
That's important.
That's important context that should be acknowledged in this conversation. And that being acknowledged, the stories of so much of the Trump administration and the Trump era approach of Republicans and Trump administration officials is to sort of to take what they believe to be an abuse of power from their political opponents and turn it up to 11 in the most absurd and nakedly corrupt ways as possible. And so my reaction to this, and by the way, the 1776 I mean, it makes me laugh. It's cute. It also kind of makes me sick to see sort of such a, it's just a year, it's just a number, but it's an important number in our country's history. And of course, we're celebrating the 250th anniversary of that. And here it is being so cheaply used as a PR stunt that also happens to be corrupt and it's disgusting, frankly, and I hate to see it.
In fact, Mike, you are right. The Attorney General himself, in rationalizing this fund, points to agreements by the Obama administration's Department of Agriculture over the years to justify this new 1776.
And we all know two wrongs make a right, right? That's what we were taught.
And these may be similar in kind. They're very different in degree. I would argue they're not actually similar in kind. There may be some sort of notional precedent.
We could let these J6ers go to court. If we want to do a sue and settle, let's make them at least sue. Instead of just buying new buffalo pelts for everybody.
Most of them should still be in jail. Sorry for the departure and the more serious, not worth your time. I do think it's worth your time. I think it's so worth our time that I imagine we'll be talking
sorry
about it
about
again. On Thursday.
So, any thoughts on our current politics?
Yeah, just on different angles of it. This thing he's talking about now, I was gonna put a statement that I had come up with about that two wrongs don't make a right. But of course, my thing is like I try to stay with the truth as much as possible. And so I say, of course, the opposite of right is not wrong. The opposite of right is left. And so when I hear people say two wrongs don't make a right, my first thought is three lefts make a right, though.
Yeah, okay. I don't know how to respond to that.
Well, I mean, that's just how I see it as being the truth, being that the opposite of right is actually left. And that's why people keep saying two wrongs don't make a right. Two wrongs ain't gonna make none of that has even got nothing to do with right. Right is the opposite of left.
I think when they say right, they mean correct.
I understand that's what they mean, but I'm talking about what's being spoken. That's all. And you can do that other thing too. You can interpret a person. They can tell you, hey man, I'm going down to the store and buy some spaghetti, and you say, oh well, he means he's going over to buy some sex over at Sam's place, and I say, how you get all that? He said he going to the supermarket to buy some spaghetti. Well, see, I understand what he's saying. Well, if he ain't gonna say what he's saying, I don't want to talk to him. You know what I mean? I'm serious. You got to tell me what's really going on. I don't read between the lines. And I don't understand what you're saying if you ain't saying it. So I understand what you're saying because you were very point. You just said, just plain out, most people mean that. And I agree, most people do mean that.
Well, you know as well as I do, we aren't the most literate society. I oddly enough, agree with you. People just look, there's a way to speak your mind and actually get the point across without being, totally blunt like I usually am. But people aren't precise in their language either. And I don't know why. I think we're not being educated enough. We're not reading enough. Most of the stuff I know from language, I've gotten from reading. I'm 61, so I've been reading for damn near 60 years. I know spelling. I'm a visual speller. I can visualize how to spell a word because I've read so many words. But anyway, I don't want to get too pedantic here. So the reason I'm even up at this hour is I meant to mock a fool.
It's still you and Galt. I heard some woman mention Galt. I'm thinking it's still you and Galt going at each other. Is that still happening?
No, actually, we aren't. We buried the hatchet a while ago, but people, want the old. I don't know. Now Ponder. You know who Ponder is. I know you've talked to her.
No, I don't know who that is. And maybe I have spoken with them.
Questions to ponder?
Maybe I have spoken with them, but I don't know who they are.
Mhm. Well, it's a her, and she's got a very distinctive voice. But the bottom line is, she is fussing at me. Everyone tells me that, oh, you only have 350 some viewers after a year.
Oh,
And
wow. That's good.
no, it's well, all I have to say is, I guess I've
You said
literally been
viewers
doing.
or subscribers?
Oh, I'm sorry, subscribers. I said viewers.
Uh-huh.
And I know I'm a slow growth project because I'm not everybody's cup of tea. We all know this.
There you go, my man. That's why I even talk with you sometimes. Because I mean, you know yourself, and you're not ashamed. You just, hey, here I am. That's what I put. The first thing I put in there in your
Right.
chat. It's not what you look like when you're doing what you're doing. It's what you're doing when you're doing
Right.
what it looks like.
And I'm not perfect. I'm not even that bright. However, I know what I know. And what I know well.
Beautiful.
Dude, I am oddly enough, I'm happy with where I am, with this channel. I got some good people who they put up with me. What can I say? They put up with my foolishness, and hey, that's cool. And dude, you need to come around here more often.
Why
We
is that?
love
Why
you
you,
here.
why you say that? I should. I didn't know that.
Well, we miss you.
Oh, you do. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I miss you. How about that? Can I just come
Well, I
out
mean,
and say it?
you know, I'm in
I
the
miss you,
truth.
old man.
I'm in the truth, man. I like truth. No matter how it come at me, I like truth. Whether it's
Well, you're a
blunt
fan favorite.
or it's
You
under
are a
this.
fan favorite around here.
Well, there you go. That's beautiful. I've been cleaning up this hurricane mess that's I got two parts to the yard. One part is where I've already planted and have things growing. The other part is where I had cleared and was preparing to plant. The hurricane blew all them big ass trees down, man. I was wondering how I was gonna cut them trees down. They still down though. And so I'm cleaning the area now so I can put up some plantains. I want more plantains growing.
So what are you gonna plant?
Plantains.
When you've I mean, do you
Right.
really? I mean, I thought you did cuttings. I mean, you mean you're gonna put like s- um I mean, you root those. They're not like seeds or anything, right?
Okay, what happens is plantain, but the Musa species, which includes bananas, I think about 7 different kinds of bananas and plantains. Though that species has seeds originally. Right now, though,
Really?
it grows.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the original banana still has seeds. When you can find them in the most remote areas of the world, you can still find bananas with seeds. And
I
then
did
what
not know
happened?
that.
And then the thing that occurred was they were, what do you call it, commercialized to grow from the chrome or the root. So you don't need the seed no more. You just grow it from the root. So once you get one banana tree, you're gonna have a lot of banana trees because it's busy sprouting. I brought, a guy gave me 3 bananas and 2 plantains, little baby trees from his yard. And now I have 50. altogether, because they just keep sprouting from themselves. They You put one in the ground, and all around it will be little children that start growing. And when the big one has bananas, it actually blooms. We just cut it and remove it from the group, and the other ones will grow up. The little children will grow up and sprout bananas. And now, like I said, from the 5 I planted, I have 50. And I'm about to plant some more up the hill, and I'll have 50 up the hill next time. You know what I mean? In a few years. It takes a few years to get that many. But that's how bananas and all the banana and plantain grow at this time. They grow from roots. So once you put, if I know people in the States who have banana trees in pots. You get this big pot.
Well, yeah, but they don't produce, right?
I haven't seen one that produce, but they do have babies.
Well, let me tell you why I'm so interested. We had one in my backyard growing up, and I don't think that thing ever, and it's in the ground. I don't think that thing ever produced. And it's Savannah, which you would think would be south enough, but
Savannah, Georgia?
Yeah, I'm from Savannah.
So did it ever grow babies though? Little ones grow up.
Yeah. It grew babies. Now I could be wrong, but I don't remember it ever actually producing bananas. But yeah, it got huge and it's still there. Shit, that thing.
Beautiful.
I think my father planted it when I was a teenager, and it's still there. Probably not the original plant. You know how sometimes
Correct.
babies will replace the adult, but
Exactly.
it's still there.
It's a guy not 300 yards from me. His yard, he got bananas and stuff. They don't grow no fruit. He got trees. They don't grow no fruit.
Mm-hmm.
His wife comes over here to get bananas. That's funny to me. For the children, I take over a bunch. I took over a bunch the other day because the children like bananas, but the trees
Right.
in their
Well,
yard.
they're good. They're sweet enough. They're good enough. I honestly, I'm not that big a banana fan.
Oh, okay.
As an adult, but yeah, I used to eat them as a kid. Now plantains are a different story because you can make them kind of savory.
Oh yeah, like how?
I don't know.
What you
Fry
mean
'em.
savory?
Fry
I mean,
them.
what you mean savory? That
Well,
just makes it.
split them in half or quarter them or something. Put them in
Oh,
a
okay.
frying pan and salt, pepper. Plantains are kind of starchy. They're not real sweet, but if you fry them, they get they caramelize and they get kind of sweet. But
Now,
it's
do you
a
like?
more savory taste.
hmm Do you hate? Do you like the plantain green or yellow?
Well, green is better. When they get yellow, they're kind of ripening.
Yes.
I'm not a connoisseur, but I'd buy my bananas green because I don't eat them, necessarily the day I buy them. So I'll get them
Right.
green and let them ripen a little bit.
I like to get them
They'll
where
they'll turn yellow.
you get them by the hand, right? You get them in a hand, right? Or in a group hand. And I get a group
I'm not
hand where
sure.
I get
I mean, usually I just get them from a grocery store, so I'm not sure.
the hand is like it got so many fingers. Each banana is considered a finger. And when you pick it
Oh, I
up,
see. Yeah, right. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, not singly.
Right, the hand. So you buy them by the hand. Most people buy it by the hand.
Well, I call them a bunch.
Oh, that's a hand. A bunch is a bunch of hands on. Look, if you want, I think I got a video on it. I
really?
don't know. Oh yeah, I put a video up on. I'm gonna look and see real quick because I'm on my.
Link
It's
it
on my.
in the back. We can watch it.
It's on my station. How do I get to it? I didn't figure out how to get to. I'm doing all kind of stuff that ain't real. I have to be on YouTube to get to my YouTube station. I'll see what I got. That's how you get to it. Okay. Not creating. I'm trying to just go to my YouTube studio and pick out one. But bananas grow on the tree. You know, you ain't never see them grow on the tree because you say your tree didn't bear banana, a fruit itself.
No, it didn't.
So I was talking to a guy online one day about, this. He said he'd never seen bananas grow. And I was like, oh, they say I can put I could stream your channel on my channel, right? While we sitting here talking, I could have that on my channel at the same time, huh?
I think so.
That's what the thing just told me when I
Yeah, send it, multicast it, whatever you want to do.
Okay. I'm gonna see where I put this first thing because I got you kind of, I told you I was going to show you something specific. The first one they showed, I'll just show you this one while I'm looking. I just put this one on. I just put this one on my, I don't know how to do this. Nothing's working just yet. Okay, so I have it now. Okay, I got it. Now I'm at my videos. I can start looking to see which one I wanted. Okay, here it is. The one about the banana and stuff. Why it didn't play though? Hold on. I'm thinking I'm asking it to play. I have to remember how to do things. Okay. So here we go. This is how you do it. I think this is right. This don't look right. Oh, that's the plantain tree. That's not the bananas. Hold on half a second. I'm gonna go back into this. I might not have put the bananas up, but I thought for sure I did. Oh yeah, here it is. It's 9 minutes. Stanley, I'm going to go back to your. I'm gonna put present, share screen, all that kind of stuff. That's how we doing it, right?
You can put the link in the back if you want.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Oh, there you are. Okay, nope. I see it.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say whatever works, babe. You know what I mean? I ain't tripping.
Oh, shit.
Got to turn the volume on, and I don't know if the volume is gonna actually. Anyway, I'll just turn it on.
Go ahead. Can you expand it?
I'm gonna give you the link. So I think it'd be best to give you the link in the back chat and you handle it. Because you can do all kind of manipulation. Oh, I didn't copy it right. Copy it. And then you can manage it however it is best. Copy. Where are you? This is so much fun, Stanley. I guess you get the same fun out of this internet type stuff as I do. I knew a guy who was older than me, man. He had fun with this internet stuff too. I didn't realize why he was always talking about the internet until I finally looked into it just a couple of years ago or whatever. And I was like, this thing, it can be fun. You know what I mean? It's interactive.
It can be.
I put the link up.
You know, the problem is some of the people you meet are just problematic.
Of course. That's life.
Yeah, I guess. YouTube is actually like a concentrated version of life.
Okay.
Okay, so let's try this.
Leave it. Don't hit it side yet. Stop.
Okay.
Back it back to the front. That first frame is
okay.
Okay, these are bananas growing. The
Mhm.
green at the
Oh
top,
yeah.
green bananas, those are hands. Each one of them is a hand. All together,
Mhm.
they are a bunch.
Mhm.
The red thing at the bottom, hanging there at the bottom, they all come out of those red things. I got one
Really?
now that just started, just blooming. The bananas just came out of the red thing. So it's going to be
Well,
about 4 or 5.
that banana tree, or it's a bush, I guess. It never got woody like that.
What do you mean, Woody?
Like the you see how that looks woody. It never
Oh,
got this big. The banana bush in the backyard, it never
uh-huh.
got like woody. It was always green. It looked more like, see where the cursor is, that
Yes,
green part at the very top. It never
that's what.
really, it always like that. Even as big as it got, it never got woody.
Oh, you know what? It's not really woody.
Mhm.
It's just old banana skin.
Oh, okay.
I personally, see how this went up to the upper right, that leaf
Mhm.
is brown.
Yeah, yeah.
At the very upper right, there's a leaf and it's browning. I
Mhm.
usually cut them off of all the banana trees. They usually be at the bottom. So I'm always out there trimming, weekly, every so often. I go out and trim all of them brown leaves off. I don't want them wasting their time growing the brown leaf, their energy, excuse me, growing the
Yeah, yeah.
leaves that
Right.
are dying. So it
Mhm.
makes them, I found that it makes them want to produce more bananas. They could use their energy producing banana fruit. But I'll show you. Damn, I'm wondering how I could do that. Show you that it might be in here. One coming out of the chrome itself when it first come out of that red thing. But that's how it shoots out. It shoots out like I don't know. But I just want to show you that. And each one of those are hands going up. So that's about 6 or 8 hands in that bunch. And that's from one tree. So yeah, you can start the thing. But I wanted to show you how bananas grow in hands. But look at the video for a moment. It's not too long, and see what else you see. All right, this is what I'm doing today. The bananas. See how they grow on the tree. Somebody told me they wanted to see more bananas. More of my yard because they didn't even know bananas grow in this fashion on the tree. They thought they grow down, they grow up like this, right? This is a big piece of herb, a big herb tree. And there's a coconut tree, right? And then these are plantain trees. Ain't no plantain on it right now, these trees. Try to slow down because I forget this thing has to be a little slower. And then these are ganep. They're called, these little green trees here, they call them ganep. So you'll see a lot of ganep trees. You can recognize them by their unique, leaf structure. They have a very unique, it's a fruit, and it has a unique structure to the leaf. See, maybe you can see it on this leaf. Yeah, it has a unique leaf structure. So it's easy to tell when you're around a ganep. These are plantain, like I said. This is some more of that herb tree that I was just mentioned, the big herb tree around the corner. And more bananas. So that herb tree is the original black pepper. Banana grove, all the banana trees. It's
Really?
over 50 of them. But
So,
it's called pepper elder. That's the name of it, pepper elder.
I've never, I don't think I mean, so the little peppercorns, are they like a flower or something? Are they
Yeah,
part of
yeah, exactly. You go back to the plant, you'll see them on the plant. I think you can see it. I don't know. I know I did try to show them.
I'll back it up.
I don't know where though.
Oops.
I can't.
Right here? Oh wait,
Okay,
is that it right there?
Yeah. Uh-huh. It has like a heart.
No, you see that is that where the peppercorns are? That dark part right there?
Oh, I can't be sure of that part. That might just be something behind the tree itself. I don't know if that's a shadow or what. Can't tell.
Okay.
But they do grow out of the ends of the of the branches, just like what you call them, peppercorn. It's like corn growing out of the end
Yeah,
of a.
yeah. You know, I stopped buying. I started buying like peppercorns and just grinding it. It's better
Yeah.
than like the.
Oh, you like that?
To me, it's better. You know, if you buy it pre-ground, it's just not as good. It's not as potent. You know, you need more. You can if you grind that grind the peppercorn so it's freshly ground. You don't need as much.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I like to cook, so yeah, I actually think about stuff like that.
Okay.
In the corner, and more bananas. So I'll show my banana grove, all the banana trees. It's about over 50 of them, but I've only planted 10 of them, and they have babies. See the little babies growing? The little babies growing in the ground. You'll see that around the ground on all of them. They having babies. I guess they constantly having sex or whatever, but they always having babies. And here's another one. These just came out, right? And I've been out here cutting the dead leaves. You'll see some brown leaves still remaining, but I trim my trees of the brown leaves. Here's some bananas. They're almost ripe, but I'm going to a bigger bunch. It's a different style of banana, but you see how they come out. They have that red thing. And this red thing, some people eat it, cook it and eat it. So now I'm gonna go around to the other side, and I got more banana trees. These right here, that's more ganep. See, you can tell by the leaf structure. Like I say, I got ganep all over the place. This is lemongrass. I had to trim it down because it was like, bigger than me and all over the place. And what's that, sweet potatoes? They have a unique design as well, a leaf. That's sweet potatoes growing there around in the yard. The more the banana tree, yeah, and there's another ganep tree. But the more the banana trees grow, the more the sweet potatoes have to move out of their way. The sweet potatoes be wanting sunlight, so they move. And this is a cherry tree. Yeah, I had in my yard when I was a youth. And so when I saw it here, I just did whatever I could to grow some. And see, you still see some brown leaves on the banana trees, but I've been out here pruning them. And that's a date palm. A date palm. That's the lemongrass, banana trees, more of them. Some of these guys.
Wow.
Somebody over here. One of these over here got. Oh, there it is. It has fruit on it. So I want to show you how it first started, how it looks and stuff.
Oh,
I don't
okay,
know how
good.
long it's gonna be, but I'll show you what I can on whatever it is. This is how they start. This is a little banana tree. They're not gonna grow many bananas. The ones that's actually gonna grow already on there, what's that, like 2 or 3 hands, maybe. This tree is, the biggest grower of bananas, like some of the trees do. But see the little baby, another little baby growing. A baby's growing right there. They're always growing babies. Some babies over here. They're always having children. So, because I put one tree here, and now it's what, 7, 8, 9? And I give up the babies away because they call them suckers and take it to their yard and start growing bananas from them. And once they put it in their yard, it'll start having babies. Again, this is another sprout from the next tree. These 2 trees are side by side. Yeah, this one and this one. They just started breeding. But see, they have small bunches. I say small because the one I'm going to show you that's ripe, it's got a big bunch. Yeah, that's aloe vera, if you ask me. I got aloe vera in the yard just a growing. See, it's a big pile of it over there. I give it away too. I'll pull out because they keep having babies too. And I'll pull out a baby and give it to somebody. A coconut tree, as you know about coconut trees. And I got some pumpkins and stuff growing over there. Coconut tree. That's cane over in the middle there. Right there, that look like grass, that's sugar cane. And then more coconut tree. And I want to get over to this banana. I got more bananas. They're pruning them, but I got to get up to the top. I don't like them to be brown. This tall tree is some kind of citrus tree. And I don't know which citrus it is. I just put all the citrus together because they take so long to breed. Like before they actually going to have a fruit, it'll be sometimes 10, 20 years before they actually have a fruit. So I just put all the seeds together and whatever grow. I just got time to figure out what it is until it's growing fruit. And I think you can see the banana I'm headed for. Well, that's the last of the coconut. But this is the banana I'm headed for, this big bunch over here. To get in there. And look at this bunch. Yeah. This bunch here, they turning yellow already on the bunch. That's how they grow on the tree. And they're turning yellow. So I was about to pull it down because I've been out here pruning, as you can see.
You see, I have to put a brace on it to keep it from falling down.
Yeah.
Those bananas weigh over 50 pounds.
I just say citrus like I say.
Now, those actual bananas or plantains?
All together, they just all citrus.
Those are bananas.
Then I say,
really?
That's a grapefruit.
Wow.
Yes, like I said, it's about 7 to 9
I didn't know they grew that thick. You know,
That's
like
what
so many on a bunch. That's interesting.
There's different strains of bananas.
Yeah, varieties. Gotcha.
Even in my yard, I got 2 different ones. That's one. The first one I was showing you, that's one variety. This is a whole nother group of variety.
Interesting.
So far, no animal has been eating them, so they look good. And that's how they hang on to the tree.
How do you tell the difference between a banana and a plantain?
Freeze the bunch. Cut it down, take it in the house.
A banana's longer or something?
Eat the ripe ones right now. They sweet and they thick, and you see how many of them it is. It's a lot of hands on there. They weigh a lot, about 50. No, I ain't gonna say 50. About 35 pounds of banana, maybe 20. I doubt it. 30-something pounds of banana. Easy. Anyway, I'll take it all in and
plantain don't grow in big bunches like this. They grow in smaller bunches. I have some video about plantains. I'll show it to you. It's still on my rack. I mean, I still have it here.
You know, edible.
There's the red thing they come from.
You could take it out, take the bottom piece off, they're telling me, and saute it. It's sweet.
Yeah, people say you can still eat it.
I have never done it. So
really?
But the little, hold on a minute. There's some little flowers that grow around it, little white flowers. Those white flowers that grow around it, those here, those the hummingbirds suck the nectar out of. The banana nectar in those flowers.
Yeah, that was on the banana tree, that red part.
You'll see the ants are eating it now.
Them little fly, them little white things, they grow under the red part. If it's not going to be a banana,
and be done with this.
But they start as flowers.
Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, like, subscribe, comment, share it out. Oh yeah, one love.
You see that one at the top? Stan, hit that one because I want you to hear just a bit of it. Go back a bit so you can.
Which one?
The one that was at the top. Go back a bit, just a bit before my video closes out.
Share it out.
Okay. The one at the top.
Oh yeah.
Just a bit. I just want you to catch it.
Send Black America. One message.
Now, will this get struck? Is this copyrighted music?
Oh, that's from my station. You're playing from my station, and nobody has struck me.
Understood. Okay.
They took your reading first because they knew every right would come right after it.
Well, no,
They did not start with the chain.
not strike. Will it be a copyright issue?
Oh, I have no copyright issue with it. I think, when did I put it up?
All right. Well, let's go.
I know I put
They
it up.
started with the page. Take the reading, take the rights.
I forget what day I did it. I don't want to hurt you. It's no big deal. I'll put it up and you can use it
These
from
are
my
facts
state.
I ran in Africa.
It'll be
Black America.
the music.
Sing Black America.
Music. It's a digital
message.
thing. It doesn't matter where I play it from.
They took your reading first because they knew every right would come.
Yeah. Could be an issue.
It says this is a mix that was made. They wanted everybody to hear it, so that's why I even put it on my thing with no hesitation, because they
All
said
right.
in
Come
the,
right after it.
Well, let's see what happens.
They did not start with the chains. They started with the page. Take the reading, take the rights. That was the law, that was the cage. I ran in Africa, sent the message. Black America, hear it plain. Every right you hold today was once a crime to learn and explain.
In 1740, South Carolina passed the Negro Act after the Stonewall Uprising. They wrote it in the law. It became a crime to teach an enslaved person to write. After Nat Turner rose in 1831, Virginia, Alabama, Georgia, and North Carolina followed. Reading was banned by statute, not by accident, but Africa was already reading before the ships arrived in Mali and Timbuktu in the school of Saint Clair. Scholars copied and studied manuscripts for hundreds of years. Omar Ibn said,
This is
born in
like a
Buda-Toro
really.
around
I've actually
1770.
seen this before.
He studied for about 25 years before he was taken in 807. Enslaved in the Carolinas, he wrote his own life in Arabic in 1831. He could read and write before America forbade it by law. Frederick until Douglass said reading was the road from slavery to freedom. That is the exact reason the law made the road illegal.
They did not start with the chains. They started with the page. Take the reading, take the rights. That was the law, that was the cage. I read in Africa, sent the message. Black America, hear it plain. Every right you ain't.
The Civil War ended slavery in 1865. That's same year Congress created the Freedmen's Bureau. It built schools across the South for people just freed. Black literacy rose fast in a single generation. So the next attack was not only violence, it was the test. Mississippi rewrote its constitution in 1890. It required a literacy test to register to vote. Other states copied the Mississippi plan one by one. Louisiana added a grandfather clause in 1898. If your grandfather could vote before 1867, you were exempt. White men passed under the clause. Black men were sent to the test. Black registered voters in Louisiana fell from over 130,000
to roughly
300 within a few short years. The poll tax and the literacy test stood for decades after that. The Voting Rights Act of 1965 finally struck down the literacy test.
reading and the right to vote were never two separate things. Take a page, you take the power. Give the page, you give the vote. I ran in Africa, already wrote this down.
Read it back.
That is the note.
From the Negro Act to the literacy test. The target stayed the same for 200 years. Not the body first. The book first. Because the book was where the rights appeared. West Africa kept writing in gold and in ink. America passed the law against the alphabet, because the alphabet was where freedom would begin. This is not opinion. Check the dates yourself.
Unfunny 1831.
1865.
1965.
The line through.
All of it is reading.
The line through.
All of it is right.
So every black American,
hear the message plain.
They feared your reading
before they feared your name.
The right and the page
were always the same fight.
Pick up the book.
That was always the right.
They told the world we were enemies. But the children in Tehran and the children in Lagos built the same Lego toy. And they sent America the same message. We were never your enemy. Now read this.
In 1740, South Carolina passed a law teaching an enslaved child to read became a crime. They feared the written page more than they feared a war, because they knew a child who reads will demand to be free in time.
I ran in Africa, just sent a message in a toy. Same blood, same grief, same right. They want you to employ the vote, the school, the page that they once banged. Read the history.
And take it in your hand.
Yeah. Yeah. Frederick Douglass learned to read while he was still enslaved. Published his narrative in 1845. That record saved after Nat Turner's revolt in 1831. Virginia banned black education too. The fear of literacy spread state to state. That record is true. 1865, the 13th Amendment ended legal slavery. 1868, the 14th gave citizenship and equal protection plainly. 1870, the 15th said your vote could not be denied by race. 1896, Plessy versus Ferguson built the separate but equal case. Segregation became the law across the southern states for 60 years. Schools were split. Libraries were closed to you. That is documented. That is clear. 1954, Brown versus Board of Education overturned that lie. The Supreme Court rules segregated schools unequal that you cannot deny.
In 1740, South Carolina passed a law teaching an enslaved child to read became a crime. They feared the written page more than they feared a war, because they knew a child who reads will demand to be free in time.
I ran in Africa.
Just sent a message in a toy.
Same blood.
Same blood, same grief, same right.
Same right.
They want you to employ
the vote,
the school, the page that they once banned.
Read the history.
Take it in your hand.
December 9th, 1955. Rosa Parks refused a seat. The Montgomery bus boycott lasted 381 days in that street. Dr. Martin Luther King led that movement without a gun in hand. August 28,
1963.
The march on Washington filled that land. The 24th Amendment,
1964. Killed the poll tax at the door. 1964. The Civil Rights Act made that discrimination against the law. 1965.
Selma to Montgomery.
They marched though their feet were sore. 1965. The Voting Rights Act removed the test that blocked the poor.
Now hear the message in the toy from Tehran and from Accra. The people are not their governments. That gap is real, not far. Ordinary Iranians did not vote for war. They want their children fed.
Ordinary African.
What's up,
What
Ignorant?
up? What up, Stanley? How you doing? Grand
Pretty
Rising.
good. How are you?
I'm blessed and highly favored. I wanted to ask you a favor, right? What is
Uh-oh.
your? Yes, it's a big one. Pause. I wanted
Salute.
to ask. Salute.
Hey, Dennis.
I wanted to ask you, could I get 30 seconds? And I want you to be honest with me and give me a hit or miss on some material I'm working on. Because I am a.
Oh, yeah. Put the link in the back.
No. I'm saying like 30 seconds of you listening. I'll time it. And
Okay.
you tell me if it's a hit or miss. It's some new material I'm actually working on. So I'm going to do a 30 minutes timer. Oh, not 30 minutes. I mean
30
seconds. Seconds. Yes. My bad. I said that kind of fast. Okay. Let's see. How you doing though? You good?
Yeah, Wale's up here. Dennison
okay.
just got up here.
All right. I'm gonna start now. All right. How you doing? How's everybody doing tonight? I want to ask you, why
Salute.
No, just listen. It's like pretend we're at a comedy show. I'm just trying out stuff. It's 30 seconds. It's almost up. But anyway, why do big girls always want the skinny guys? Like every time I see them, I'm looking at it's like a broom and a traverse. It just looks abnormal. I don't understand it. It's like all that blubber, and then you got this tweak of a guy. He's only 90 pounds, and she's
Well, don't
340.
you remember Jack Sprat? Could eat no fat. His wife could eat no lean. So, I mean, that's kind of an old trope, ancient trope, I guess. Who even knows that goddamn nursery rhyme?
You said
I
Jack
bet.
what?
Okay, I know Wale, you know it. Have you young folks ever
We
heard
lost
of
the
Jack
concept.
Sprat could eat no fat?
Yeah, we lost the concept here. I
Okay,
never heard of
no
him.
one can answer that.
Never
It's
heard
an
of him.
old nursery rhyme.
Stanley, you are like 900
Well, you
years
say
old.
you know I've heard of it, so it wasn't no reason for me to. I thought you had heard me, but my speaker
No.
was on.
I know you know it. But do these young gentlemen? So the thing about why does a skinny guy prefer portly woman? Let's use that term. It's an old trope. Do you know is it Botticelli? Rubenesque? No, it's Rubens. Rubenesque. This isn't. It's kind of a thing. I mean, I didn't really realize it until I was maybe in my 30s. I don't particularly like, very petite women.
Stanley, it's it was material for a comedy show. I wanted to see if it was funny to put in the act.
Okay, when are you gonna play it? Or are you gonna? Oh, you're gonna
It's a
do
lie.
it. So go ahead.
I mean, that was
Whenever
a
you're
part
ready.
of it. I was just seeing if that was a good one. But it's
Oh,
like
I
y'all cut
didn't
me
realize.
off. I was going and
I
y'all cut
might,
me off.
it is. I thought for some reason I thought it was gonna be music. My bad.
No. It's,
Please proceed. My bad. I'm a spoil sport.
no, you're good. Let's see what the timer at. We got 18 seconds. All right, I'm gonna start it over. All right. Has anybody out here ever went to a black church? I know if you did, you saw the lady running down the aisles, screaming, hollering, hooting. If your grandmother whooped you because you was laughing at that lady, she's probably in hell right now, guys. Respectfully, because that lady was insane, and for us to sit there and watch that and not find it amusing, you would have to be clearly out of your mind. So yeah, Black Church is. I mean, it starts at 7. It ends at 9:30 p.m. All right. We're gonna stay there. We're gonna eat pork, eat chicken, and we're gonna talk. We're gonna do everything there. I used to hate Black Church. I went to a white church. We was there for 20 minutes. It was the corniest shit ever. I loved it. That's it. It's 30 seconds, Stanley.
Okay. What are you doing? An open mic?
Well, it's a comedy. It's a comedy show. Like you come up, comics come up. Basically, the way
Yeah. An open mic.
yeah. It's like a live show, and it's just some of the material that I'm thinking about putting in there. And yeah, that's
Well,
all it
all
was.
I have to say is the respectfully.
Mm.
Don't bother with that word.
It's kind of like being
And gentlemen, your input as well.
yeah, no problem. I want everybody's input.
I think take out the respectfully.
Okay, take out the respectfully. I'm writing that down. Because I think that respectfully is like kind of like ironic, or it's like satire. Because it's like it's basically it's like being funny. It's like being
Well, okay. Well, if you're gonna use it as a
double
point of
sided.
irony, you got to inflect
Yeah.
your voice, like respectfully. You gotta
So yell.
break that out.
So yell it or
No.
broadcast.
You just have to inflect. And dude, I'm not God's gift to comedy, obviously, but
No,
you
no,
need
no.
to
This is all
kind of
good.
set it out.
Because that's a thing actually in comedy. Certain words you're supposed to inflect them. I mean, you're supposed to say them
Mhm.
louder. I guess that gets more of energy. So that's a thing actually.
I'm gonna defer to Denizen. He's young. He's in your
Denizen.
peer group.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the only thing that stood out that respectfully, if you're going to use it, needs to be kind of, inflected. Denizen, any thoughts?
So I'm curious about the whole skinny man, fat woman thing.
Mm.
I've seen that too. And I get Ignat was just doing stand up. I'm not criticizing his stand up, just making the point that from my perspective, it seems to be the skinny man in that situation that's making the preference and not the fat woman. Do y'all agree or disagree?
That's interesting. Women always have a choice, right?
Yeah.
Even well, I mean, you know what? I'm going to defer because I haven't been on the market in a while.
But that is
I always
interesting.
think that it's a mutual choice, though. It depends on, is she plump? Is she obese?
Well, yeah, I think numbers wise, it's more bigger women. So I think they would have to honestly defer to skinnier men. And most the short guys don't really get women, so they'll take a bigger girl. That's why you'll see that kind of duo, in my opinion. But it's like a funny thing. It's like something you see in real life that's funny.
It could be some kind of throwback to like from an evolutionary perspective that women that are really big they have like more resources.
They have more fat deposits for sure.
But you can't get fat. Like now you can be poor and fat, but back in the day, if you'd have to have access to food and luxury and leisure in order to be fat.
Yeah, I agree. Most poor people. I mean, if you look at it, there's a lot of poor people who are bigger, but like I said, there's more bigger people in general, so they kind of take over the weight limit on that, numbers wise. So it's like, yeah, you're right. I mean, you get a bunch of crap, and our government gives people like food stamps so they can really buy it for free. So they really It's not even on their dollar. So if they had to spend money on food, I don't think they would be that big. To be honest with you, a lot of people. But some people got money to do it. It's a lot of resource. You gotta have money to eat. So let's be honest. Like even if they're getting food stamps, I feel like you would have to have money because getting that big, it requires more food. So that's more money. I don't know. It's weird.
Can I ask you a question? And this will be for the whole panel. Why do we care that much?
No, we were taking a deep dive because he made an interesting thing about that.
My question still stands.
It's not that
Do
we
we
care.
really care what other people do to that degree?
It's not really a care, still. It's observation, right? You can observe something objectively without caring about it.
But you notice it, right?
It's like going deer
I
hunting.
mean, you literally have to notice it, put some critical thinking into it to make the objective criticism or observation.
Yeah, do you think it's lazy to not even have an opinion about it or not use your brain at all?
I don't know. I sometimes think that we notice too much.
Wow. So knowing too much is an issue then.
No. We notice too much.
Yeah, so noticing.
I'm not saying knowledge. I'm saying notice too much.
Yeah, notice equals acknowledgement. So we
Right.
notice.
And don't do the acknowledgement means knowledge. That'll be boring.
Well, the etymology of the word.
Well, when you say acknowledge, when you say notice, let's just call it nosy. I think sometimes people can be too nosy.
No.
Do you have to have an opinion about everything?
If you don't, you're not intelligent, Stanley. As simple as that. If you don't have an opinion about it, you'll walk into a beer.
I actually think
farm.
it's the opposite. I think
you
if
don't-
you're intelligent, you will notice less because why would you waste brain power?
It's actually the opposite. The less intellect,
No,
you're
you and I will
oblivious.
disagree on that fundamentally.
The less intellect, you're oblivious. So that means
Okay,
you're not
you sound like when you're criticizing intellect, you sound like Palomino. Do you actually know what intellect is?
Oh, Stanley.
Intellect implies discernment. Discernment implies you know where to focus. You can't focus on everything. You focus on the important things.
To imply the
my
words
point.
that you like.
Discernment. Do you know what discernment means?
Of course, Stanley. You're speaking to someone who's
Good.
quite
Then
rare.
you know where I'm going to go with this. But we just disagree.
Yes, discernment is for the wise, is it not?
And the knowledgeable and the intelligent, of course.
So I believe to discern something, you would have to acknowledge it first.
No. You're acting. I'm talking about discernment, the noun, not the verb.
Yes. It requires
Discern is the verb. Discernment.
What does that
Is
require?
what I'm talking about.
May I ask, what does it require?
I think discernment is something you learn what's important and what's not. So it does take some experience.
So would you have to acknowledge your experiences at some point?
Okay, you've lost me there.
No, I'm simply asking.
You
a
know
question.
what's important. You know what's not important. You learn that with age. Wisdom, as you suggested, sure. You
Okay,
know
simply-
what's important. You know what to focus on. You know something that's not that important. And where I'm going with this is, do we really care that much about how people pair off?
I understand where you're going, Stanley. I'm simply replying to what's being said, and I'm getting an
I
understanding for the
am
crowd.
simply conversing with you. I'm neither right nor wrong. I'm just contributing my twopence, my tuppence.
Yes. I agree. And I'm simply doing the same thing.
And the actual wise man up here, what do you think, Wale?
An exchange of the minds does not mean arguments. It's
Concerning
No,
what?
Wale is the elder and the wise man. I'm just a pretender.
Concerning what? Fat women and skinny men.
Thus spake the wise man. You weren't even paying attention to this stupidity.
Hey.
The hypothesis of the conversation stimulated.
You were just letting the YNs talk.
But discernment ceases to exist.
Funny as hell. I get you, Wale.
Because
what were y'all young people talking about?
Oh, it was.
It's not young people, It's not the fact that they're young. I talk to people actually quite younger, and they be actually talking about real stuff. It's not young people. It's not a matter of age or chronology. It's a matter of, what are you doing?
Yeah, so what would you
We have been put in our places, Elder.
Yeah, you're right, Wally.
So,
but that initial question, Stan, I was just sitting here admiring. I said, this is why I even talked to Stan. I admire Stan. Stan broke the word down from a verb and it's not used as a noun. Those two separate things. I agree. And then then you said something else. I forget what it was. Just to start picking out stuff. But then I said that's why I don't mind talking to. Stan didn't use any profanity in his entire wordage.
Oh, I'm known to use it though.
Yeah, I know that. I know that. I'm not saying you don't, but that's not something that you would just do because that's what you do. Unless, you know what I mean. So
did I employ some vulgarity?
No. Ignat is salt of the earth. He's a day one. So no. He's not implying that, Ignat.
No, I'm not saying anything about you, cousin. I was only talking about Stan. So when you take it as though it's a comparison to you, please, that's your prerogative. No. It's not my intention.
Yeah, Ignat, you're respected on this panel, damn it. You have been here. You're respected here.
I respect Stanley's platform and all his guests.
Dude, you might just shit. You made my day by coming up.
I like to speak with Stanley because he reminds me to speak in a more verbial tone and manner and use.
No, you just like coming up here because I'm pedantic. I'm a natural school marm.
I disagree, Stanley. You're truly benighted. That's what you are.
Well, that you are too kind.
Yeah, you gotta look that word up. That's a good word.
Oh, I know what benighted means. I was telling Wale, dude, I've been reading since I was like 3. So, I'm a visual speller because I've read so much. I can see how words are spelled. The best way to get good at speaking is to read and read a lot.
Yeah.
It's just my way of knowing stuff.
That's my way too.
Right.
I literally believe it gives you more of a verbial palette, just reading, because I read to my kids, so just reading them books every day, it literally gives it helps them, and they don't even read it, they just hear you reading it, so it makes their vocabulary better. So it's actually it's quite astounding.
Stan, like you, I learned to read at 3. There's another thing we share. I looked up pedantic, and it says you must reach the point of being annoying, and possibly I am also pedantic because I reached that point when I speak about speaking the truth, as I did earlier with you. When we were talking, you said, "Well, you know what they mean." I say, "I understand what they mean," but once
I
again,
forgot I forgot who I was talking to. You do know stuff. Let me address Camille right quick. And I'm so glad to see you here, ma'am. A lot of the show titles, I have a very troll-ish audience, and they are full of one-liners. The show titles often have nothing to do with the topic of the show. If you make me laugh with a one-liner, it can become a show title. Now, sometimes the one-liners will match a show title, but if it's funny, it could be a show title. I never have to come up with show titles because I got an audience that is pretty clever.
That's the thing. I get paid to do stand up. So I come up here and I really just test out material. Like when I'm jaw jacking with people and shit, I'm just trying stuff out. Like, you know what I mean?
Well,
But,
do you ever film your open mics?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, motherfucker, why are you depriving us?
I'm not there. You can go on my page. I got them on. I got
Well,
two
mother,
pages.
drop the link. I didn't even know you had a page.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to you. You gotta have a page to talk to people on here.
Like a YouTube page.
Whether you utilize it or not, that's another thing.
Just put the link in. By the way, I forget to say this often. If you have a page or content that people need to see or you want people to see, if you got a wrench, drop your stuff, drop your wares.
Yeah,
And if you don't have a link, I'm sorry, if you don't have a wrench, I'll give you a wrench. If you're a content creator, drop the link. You don't need my permission to do it.
And I think your work got to speak for itself. Like if your name got a ring enough to where they're gonna see you. Like you ain't got to tell them to go look you up. They gonna already hear your voice, know you before they like. You know, your name got a ring, in my opinion. Well, in this business, at least.
All right, Dennison, you've been quiet.
He has an excellent mic, by the way, Dennison.
Of course he does, and he modulates it well. I don't know how many times he'll just turn that bitch up to. Dennison.
Yeah, he probably has like a Dubois mic.
Oh, you know who was here yesterday, Dennison? Witchy. Dude,
Witchy.
I love that woman. She just does not know how much I love her. Something
Virgo. What happened to Virgo, Steely?
I don't know. I honestly don't. Portia hasn't talked with her in a while either.
Well, I hope everything's good with her. She was pretty cool.
No, she was the best. She was salty. She was funny.
She was a hard ass for sure.
All right, well, let's go back to the video.
Share your bloodline from the ships. That history is red. Same blood,
Same page,
same boat,
same plan.
Iran and Africa. Oh. Put the message in your head.
The law that banned you reading is the proof of how they feared you. The amendments and the acts are the proof of how you steered through.
They want you to forget that learning to read was once a crime. They want you to skip the vote that cost so many lives and time. But a toy from across the ocean is reminding you tonight. The people of the world are watching how you use your right.
We were never your enemy.
We share your history.
Read it for yourself.
Read it for yourself.
And the choice is clearer to see.
What if you could claim a stake?
Dan, you are the man.
I am.
Yes, sir.
There are many who would disagree with you.
I offered this tape on 2 different already before you're the third, different formats of channels and stuff. They couldn't get through. One guy wouldn't even put it on. Oh yeah, we already know about that. I'm like, God damn, they just put it up like half an hour ago, man.
Well, if I get struck, you're gonna hear from me.
Oh yeah, I can dig all that. I ain't
No, it'll be fine, dude. I don't have any strikes right now. I'll be okay.
I know they put up other people's stuff. Like you had somebody up just when I came on. You say, "Watch this. I'll be right back from your door." Remember, you went to your door. So then, yeah.
Well, no. You know, music is something that I don't really keep up with. There are like news sites. Generally, I tend to go back to the same sources that I know are safe. Music,
that you have experience with.
I'm a little. You know what? Actually, Wale, I'm so glad you're here. I have something I want you to see.
Beautiful.
And I definitely need your expertise. By the way, Wale, I'm gonna put a link in the back chat. You know, there's a Du Bois documentary that came out a couple days ago.
No, I do.
On PBS.
Oh, thank you, man. Just Ignat just said he subscribed. Thank you, man, for subscribing. Watch some of the
absolutely.
videos.
Everybody.
They're not all the same. So I mean, yeah. I have been photographing my cleanup of the because it's on the hill. My backyard is really a hill, and so I have to clean all the bush back from the hill. It is bush, Stan. You can't walk through it. It's straight up, almost like jungle. And I've cut out let's say a 30 by, I would say a 20 by 40 square yard of it, right? 20 by 40 square yard, 20 up the hill and 40 sideways. I've cut that, cleared that. Now I got another, I got to do that 2 or 3 more times before I got the whole yard back to where it's, at least before the storm kind of, because one storm came right after the next storm. I didn't even finish cleaning up from the first storm. And here come the next storm knocking down trees and stuff. I was like, yeah, it's just wow. But it's fun too, I like storms. Especially hurricanes.
You know what? Actually, I do too.
Oh, that's beautiful. I think the air. I like it.
Savannah. We get shit. In the summer, dude. It was like the daily thunderstorm. It would get up to like close to 100, and then a cold front would come in, and it cool it off real quick. But it was, dude. I love growing up in Savannah, and I guess I knew it was kind of special then. But now that I'm older, it's confirmed. So I miss those days.
I was gonna say about the the guy had asked a question about the fat women, skinny women thing. My first thought went to opposites attract. That's I know you went back to the story.
Yeah.
You went to the storyline of what was the story you used? The
Jack Sprat.
Yeah, Jack Sprat. All right. But my mind went back to opposites attract. This is easy to, like you say, why waste your time on that when you know
Well, I'm a
stuff like
little
opposites
brutal.
attract.
I'm a little. I know it's a
But,
little brutal, but why do
go-
we actually waste time? Um,
hmm?
and I understand there have to be people who observe trends and stuff like that, but
Okay.
um, I don't know. I don't look. I'm just an asshole sometimes, and
Look, a guy, two guys came by my house in the
mhm.
past, whatever, the last two people. One guy was kind of tall and thin, and the woman with him was twice his girth. That, and then the next guy I saw, he was kind of tall and thin, and the woman he was with was actually small and kind of petite. So,
Mhm.
but I think it's a matter of what people want when they want it, and that's
Right.
opposites attract. Okay, now that guy was tall, but the woman was short, so you can take that as opposites attract. I don't know, but I'm just saying.
Well,
It's just
I was looking. Let me show you something right quick. And this is just literally you reminded me of this just give me one sec. Let me see. Can I find it? I bet um it's a Belgian shot put lady. And I just want to ask you, it might be my history. I look at a lot of stuff on any given day, so it might not even be here.
Stanley. I watch a lot of news from Korea,
Do
India,
you?
Pakistan,
Interesting.
and another place.
Why?
Forget because I want to get different perspective. The American news system is already. I was I was cognizant during Vietnam. I know
Mhm.
the news they gonna lie to you. It came. That's when I became aware. I said, oh, they just
Were
lying
you
about
old enough?
two of my brothers were in Vietnam. I didn't even
Right.
have to work.
But you were kind of younger, right?
Oh, I was a teenager. No. Before
Gotcha.
Vietnam, I was eligible for draft to Vietnam. You
Mhm.
figure out how that go. I don't know. But the year that I was eligible to draft, the following
Mhm.
year, they cut the draft for Vietnam because by then they had
Interesting.
changed yeah. Dude, I was already saying I'm not going. Ali didn't go. Muhammad. No, man, I'm serious. No, some things I ain't gonna do. Ain't no Vietnamese never called me no nigga, is what Ali said. Now, my brother was over there. He said the Vietnamese refused to shoot at the colored guys that were there. They said, why are you here? We are not your enemy. That's what my brother told me. Your enemy is where you left and who you're fighting us for.
Right.
And they wouldn't, the first a while, they wouldn't even shoot colored people at all.
Mhm. Mhm.
That two of my brothers went there, so it's not like this. No. I'm just saying what I know. That's all. I can't recommend what other people do.
Well, let me Jack Sprat. Let's watch this. This you reminded me of this.
Shot putter showed what it
She's
really means to
gorgeous.
take one for the team. She stepped out of her comfort zone and bravely filled in for two injured
You'll
Belgian
see where
teammates
I'm going
on the
with this
world
in a bit.
stage. Here's CTV's Kevin Gallagher on how she conquered every hurdle in her way.
Yolene Boomquo's beaming smile and joyful dance moves.
So let's stop it there. I'm okay with that. She's a shot putter. She's big, but she's an athlete. What do you think? I have no problems with her.
You say, but
Yes,
she's
she
an
might
athlete.
not be my type,
Oh, you mean
necessarily, but
you're not attracted to her? Attracted by her?
she's got a beautiful. She is cute, and I would never say no.
Oh,
But she
I use more
if she
discernment.
is smart, if she has a good personality, I wouldn't have a problem.
Oh yeah, there you go. You're not interested in
Now,
nobody.
ordinarily would not necessarily. She's got a real pretty face, so I would definitely look at her, but you know, never say
Showed
never.
no sign of nerves.
I was just so excited because I saw my coach. He was really smiling as well.
One woman that's really going the extra mile to help her team.
The 100
Now
meter
she's also rather tall, as you can see.
hurdles are far from the 29-year-old's specialty.
When I was younger, it was never my favorite event because it was a bit scary for me.
Boomquo is the Belgian national champion in hammer throw and shot put, an event she finished 7th in at the European Team Championships in Poland.
Jodie Maliga Bumquo of Belgium there in
Look,
lane
look
2.
how big
She found
is
herself
compared to
carefully
little,
clearing hurdles
little
in a race she stood no
to little hurdlers. She's got to be 6 feet or more. So, that's the Jack Sprat.
I like the fact that she threw down.
Well, she is not a hurdler. She just did it because, if no one competed in the event, the whole team would be disqualified. So she came in dead last. She's slow, but she did it. So
She did it.
anyway, the
according-
Jack Sprat thing, I actually think she's cute.
Oh, in that sense, I was saying I admire her spunk. Whatever
Yeah,
her body looks like, I don't care. She took her time, she paid attention, she put in the work, she threw down, and she did the most important thing.
Right. But the bottom line is she is obviously a good, like, the kind of woman you'd want to date. So anyway, it is goofy to bring it up, but the Jack Sprat thing. So where do we go from here? Yeah, and she's tall. Sometimes
She looked like she had a real good attitude.
Oh yeah. So let's see, what am I gonna do? And I actually have no agenda. Which
Hey, you're funny,
oh wait,
man.
hold it.
Good for you.
Me and Stan? What the fuck is this?
That's my thing.
Oh wait. Oh, okay, cool.
Good for
Good
you.
for you. Me and Stan? What the fuck is this?
That's my thing.
No, it's fine. So
Because I told you, I go on other people's station, they have talk shows and stuff like that and whatever. And the people be so rowdy, and you're not even a thought can
oh
transpire.
dude, it gets rowdy here. You know that.
I understand that, Stan, but sometimes it's not. And that's what I appreciate. When I came up here, you were kind of calm about everything, and we were able to talk. Because I come to talk to you. I mean, if other people of your gender, of your, how should I say, of your perspective, were on here, I'm sure we wouldn't be screaming and hollering at one another. We would carry
it
on.
happens occasionally.
Yeah,
But
I know
no,
it
you know
can.
what? And I appreciate you bringing this up. Quite
Sure.
frankly, dude, I literally, I am just not into it anymore. I'm just not into stupid people. Quite
Oh,
frankly,
hey, wait a minute,
there are
Stan.
too many of them.
Did you see the video called "The Theory of Stupid"? It came out of a university, you know. A German guy came up with it in the 60s or something. I don't forget when.
No,
Maybe.
you're it's the 5 laws of stupidity. Yep.
Oh no,
As a
no,
matter
I'm
of
talking
fact,
about. Oh, I wasn't talking about that concept necessarily. I
Mhm.
don't know it by that name, but I do
Mhm.
know how the guy said in the theory of stupid that people will hear, know the truth and be talked out of knowing the truth because so many other people say the truth is not the truth. So they join the crowd just to get along, and they call that stupid because now they're going to work with that crowd, and other people are going to join. That crowd is going to snowball, and it's all stupid.
Let's see here.
I call it the Trump derangement syndrome. Stupid is as stupid does.
Give me one sec, because I know. Here we go.
Yeah.
This is an old video, and the volume is too low.
Oh man, I have that problem sometimes with my videos. The volume.
Well, it took me a while to figure out my mic. I used to do video essays, and
Okay.
took me a while. And this is a theory of stupidity.
You have that same professional stand mic?
I do.
Okay.
I don't. When I made this, I did not though.
Okay, I plan to get one. Thank you so much for. Go ahead, show me your stuff, man.
However, you're gonna have to turn up your volume because it's real low. Dietrich Bonhoeffer. You have to turn it way up. Oh shoot. You know what? My bad. God damn it. Here. Sorry about that. I was watching it. It's gonna be low, but look, this is, let's see, 1 year ago. So back in the infancy. I first came across Dietrich Bonhoeffer, I believe. Who's a theologian. No, I'm sorry. He's not. Jonathan Ives, Martin Actually, I think it was. As an influence of King's theology. And today, something came into my algorithm that kind of surprised me as far as the origin of it. What I want to do is start off with just a brief kind of down and dirty familiarization with who Dietrich Bonhoeffer was. Dude. Dietrich Bonhoeffer. I have horrible verbal tics. 1906 to 1945, was a German pastor, theologian, ecumenist, and peace activist. He wrote profoundly about Christian faith, community, grace, and ethics, centered in one way or another on the question, who is Christ for us today? The atrocities of the Nazi regime, which resulted in unspeakable human suffering, compelled him to participate in a conspiracy that tried unsuccessfully to assassinate Hitler and install a new government that would end the war and those atrocities. Imprisoned during the last 2 years of his life, Bonhoeffer was executed just weeks before the end of the war. Okay, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit.
Stan, he was 39 years old. He lived for 39 years.
Yeah.
The link down in the description box, so anyone who's interested can go back and kind of look at this particular site. There's a Bonhoeffer Society, and it's got you know, biographical, the biographical information that I'm
This
not
got
going to.
something to do with the stupid
What
thing,
is
right?
interesting is that he did spend a year
It does. It'll get there. It's
Union
dude.
Theological
This is
Seminary
dude.
in
I
New York City.
I thought I recognized the name. I said it was a German
yeah.
dude.
Right.
His
Yep.
name.
This is 23 minutes, and we're 2 minutes 20 seconds into it. It's long and plodding. I actually think I could make better videos now. I just I'm not that good. I'm not a professional, but you brought up the laws of stupidity, and I thought you'd be interested. So, if it gets too plodding, I
No,
can stop.
I actually watched about 4 or 5 videos once I saw the first one, because it started coming up in my algorithm, as you put it. So I watched them to see different angles of how different people put it, and different people were putting it from different angles. And
Well, then, let's
Mhm.
see how I put it. I'd be interested in your input. I can always remake this.
I thought you did.
No. I can always remake it. This is a year old. Maybe I can tighten it up without all the verbal text.
To 1931. Just as a side note, currently Cornell West is some sort of professor of practice at Union Theological. It's a fairly famous seminary, by the way. So basically, during that year, he didn't actually think that much of the course of study.
Yeah, let me say this.
Did make
Cornell
some
West is the Dietrich Bonhoeffer professor of philosophy and religion, if I recall. So Bonhoeffer, lives on Cornell West.
Man,
If
you got me
people
cracking
don't,
up over here, man. You got me cracking up over here because I didn't know if you was the tape or you were talking now in time because you still saying
yeah,
after 2 or 3
yeah,
words.
I
You
know.
still saying I was like, damn,
I
he
know.
just said he gonna work on it, and it came right in every second word. I say, oh no, maybe he don't realize it's going down.
You know
Sometimes
what?
things happen and you don't realize you're doing it.
It's a verbal tech.
I can dig that, but
friends,
once you
But I
realize,
think you can be trained. I think you can be trained out of it. Yeah, I only realize it when I hear myself. That's why I never watch. I never replay my shows. I hate the sound of my voice.
well, then you
It's
should change it. You should change it. I actually changed the sound of my voice some years ago. A dude I knew who was a radio guy named Bernie. He was out of New York, but Bernie was talking to me one day, and he said, "Man, you need some bass in your voice." I said, "What?" He's and because my voice was kind of high pitched, but it's a matter for
Well, no, I
perspective.
like my voice. I just hate the
Okay,
verbal text.
okay, Stan, I'm done.
I don't. I like the tone. I like the southern accent. Even I just don't like the verbal text. But I tend to think. I tend to think before I speak, and sometimes I think faster than I can talk.
among them were Reinhold Niebuhr, who is a fairly famous theologian, then Jean Lasserre and Albert Franklin Fisher. And Lasserre and Fisher are two that I want to quickly talk about in relation. In relation to Bonhoeffer. Lasserre was a notable pacifist, and in a sermon that Bonhoeffer gave at a Methodist church, apparently this was it was on Armistice Day, which I think is celebrating, I guess, the end of World War One. In that sermon, he basically
Yeah, this isn't
stands
good.
before you
Let's
not
speed
only
this
as a
up.
Christian, but also as a
Put
gentleman
me out of
who
my
loves his
misery.
home the best of all, who rejoices with his people, and who suffers when he sees his people suffering, who confesses gratefully that he received from his people all that he has and is. You have brothers and sisters in our people and in every people. Do not forget that. Come what may, let us never more forget that our Christian people is the people of God, and that if we are in accord, no nationalism, no hate of races or classes can execute its designs, and then the world will have its peace forever and ever. And some years later, in a book that Lasserre wrote, he made the comment. I don't know if it was in reference to Bonhoeffer's sermon at the Methodist Church, but the bottom line is that there is no way to be a nationalist and a Christian, and that kind of hits a note now that Christian nationalism is a thing in the United States. So I'm thinking of that when I talk about this sermon and that little excerpt from Lasserre's book. The next person I want to talk about is Albert Franklin Fisher. He was an African American student who opened the doors to Harlem and the Abyssinian Baptist Church for Bonhoeffer. Basically, in that year at the Union Theological Seminary, Bonhoeffer um, um, made friends with a black student, I'm assuming at Union Theological, who was from Harlem. And Bonhoeffer actually wound up reading, people like W.E.B. Du Bois and Langston Hughes and folks like that. He wound up, going to the church and actually becoming kind of a friend of the church. He taught Sunday school. Let's see, what else did he do? He visited church members in their homes, etc. So I thought that was fairly interesting. Apparently, coming to the United States, like so many people, they get broadened as far as their experiences. He also Bonhoeffer also did traveling around the country. So coming to America for that year, had an indelible left an indelible mark on I guess his thinking. So what really got me curious to get this far, kind of doing a quick down and dirty research on Dietrich Bonhoeffer, was something that actually came into my algorithm. And funny enough, it made me laugh when I when I heard about this theory, which I'd never heard of before. But it's basically called the theory of stupidity. And apparently, Bonhoeffer, somehow or another has something to do with this theory. And basically, I'm going to read a quick paragraph or two, kind of summarizing the theory of stupidity. Um, and then there's a little bit more after this, after I've read this. This was taken from a circular letter addressing many topics written to three friends and coworkers in the conspiracy against Hitler on the 10th anniversary of Hitler's accession to the chancellorship of Germany. So essentially, this letter says, or it reads, and I quote, stupidity is a more dangerous enemy of the good than malice. One may protest against evil. It can be exposed and, if need be, prevented by use of force. Evil always carries within itself the germ of its own subversion, in that it leaves behind in human beings at least a sense of unease. Against stupidity, we are defenseless. Neither protests nor the use of force accomplish anything here. Reasons fall on deaf ears. Facts that contradict one's prejudgment simply need not be believed. In such moments, the stupid person even becomes critical. And when facts are irrefutable, they are just pushed aside as inconsequential. That reminds me of somebody, and as incidental. In all this, the stupid person, in contrast to the malicious one, is utterly self satisfied, and being easily irritated becomes dangerous by going on the attack. For that reason, greater caution is called for than with a malicious one. Never again will we try to persuade the stupid person with reasons, for it is senseless and dangerous. If we want to know how to get the better of stupidity, we must seek to understand its nature. This much is certain, that it is in essence not an intellectual defect, but a human one. There are human beings who are of remarkably agile intellect, yet stupid, and others who are intellectually quite dull, yet anything but stupid. We discover this to our surprise in particular situations. The impression one gains is not so much that stupidity is a congenital defect, but that under certain circumstances people are made stupid or that they allow this to happen to them. We know further that people who have isolated themselves from others or who live in solitude manifest this defect less frequently than individuals or groups of people inclined or condemned to sociability. Um, and so it would seem that stupidity is perhaps less a psychological than a sociological problem. Um, it is a particular form of the impact of historical circumstances on human beings, a psychological commitment of certain external conditions. Upon closer observation, it becomes apparent that every strong upsurge of power in the public sphere, be it of a political or of a religious nature, infects a large part of humankind with stupidity. Basically, politics can infect you with stupidity, kind of a groupthink, I guess. It would seem it would even seem that this is virtually a sociological, psychological law. The power of the one needs the stupidity of the other. That's reminding me of things that I've said about MAGA. Process at work here is not that particular human capacities, for instance, the intellect, suddenly atrophy or fail. Instead, it seems that under the overwhelming impact of rising power, humans are deprived of their inner independence and more or less consciously give up establishing an autonomous position towards emerging circumstances. The fact that the stupid person is often stubborn must not blind us to the fact that he is not independent. In conversation with him, one virtually feels that one is dealing not at all with the person, but with slogans, catchwords, and the like that have been taken that have taken possession of him. He's under a spell, blinded, misused, and abused in his very being. Having thus become a mindless tool, the stupid person will also be capable of any evil and at the same time incapable of seeing that it's evil. This is where the danger of diabolical misuse lurks, for it is this that can once and for all destroy human beings. Yet at this very point, it becomes quite clear that only an act of liberation, not instruction, can overcome stupidity. Here we must come to terms with the fact that in most cases, a genuine internal liberation becomes possible only when external liberation has preceded it. Until then, we must abandon all attempts to convince the stupid person. This state of affairs explains why, in such circumstances, our attempts to know what the people really think are in vain, and why, under these circumstances, this question is so irrelevant for the person who is thinking and acting responsibly. The word of the Bible, that the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom, declares that the internal liberation of human beings to live responsible life before God is the only genuine way to overcome stupidity. But these thoughts about stupidity also offer consolation in that they utterly forbid us to consider the majority of people to be stupid in every circumstance. It really will depend on whether those in power expect more from people's stupidity than from their inner independence and wisdom. This is Dietrich Bonhoeffer from After 10 Years in Letters and Papers from Prison. And then you can read the rest of the information if you want to go back and reread behind me. I'll make sure that this link is put in the information part of the video also. Okay, and from here, I want to move on to a person that I had never heard of, but kind of comes up in this same little PDF from a organization called On the Wing. Guy named Carlos Cipolla. I'm assuming I'm mispronouncing his last name. Probably, maybe it's well. Anyway, I won't worry about that. In the 1970s.
Okay, so this is Carlos Cipolla. I think that's how you pronounce it. Again, I apologize. This is like one of the first standalone like video essays I ever did. I am horrible with the see, I'm doing it now. I will have to figure out how to not do it. I'm not doing verbal coaching though. I will just have to train myself out of it.
Carlos Cipolla, a social psychologist developed 5 laws of stupidity. The term itself, he said, wasn't a description of intellectual acuity, but of social responsibility. A stupid person is a person who causes losses to another person or to a group of persons while deriving no gain for himself, possibly incurring losses. Cases in which someone takes an action by which both parties gained was deemed intelligent. Stupidity is independent of any other characteristics of that person, whether nationality, ethnicity, sex, economic status, or even education. The frequency in a given group is independent of the size of the group. This too indicates it's a social phenomenon, a spontaneous mob mentality. So Cipolla warns that we will always underestimate how many there are in a group. Stupid people are dangerous and damaging because reasonable people find it difficult to imagine and understand unreasonable behavior. An intelligent person may understand the logic of a malicious person. His actions follow a pattern of rationality. But a stupid creature will harass you for no reason, for no advantage, without any plan or scheme, and at the most improbable times and places. You have no rational way of telling when, how, or why the stupid creature attacks. Because a stupid person's actions do not conform to the rules of rationality, it follows that we are generally caught by surprise by the attack. We cannot mount a rational defense because the attack itself lacks any rational structure. Non-stupid people constantly forget that at all times and places and under any circumstances, dealing with or associating with stupid people always turns out to be a costly mistake. Yet our naivete, compassion, and mercy for these stupid creatures may lead us to put them in positions where they can exercise authority over others. We enable them to hurt themselves and others. We hope to give them a sense of self-worth that will overcome their stupidity. We think it's an issue of education or life experience that they're victims of circumstance and not innately stupid. Thus, we help them rise to power as with Hitler and Stalin, even allowing them to make our regulations and laws and to enforce them. But in truth, this never accrues to the welfare of a society. Instead, it leads to its downfall. This is as true in the church as in the world. So those who would lead must first demonstrate they can manage their own households well. They must make intelligent choices that benefit others as well as themselves, ethical choices, showing that they are servants of all. Okay, Carlo Cipolla. That's the best I can do with his last name. A book called The Basic Laws of Human Stupidity. I have not read this book. It's only something like 52 pages. And I will probably do a separate video on this particular book. But the emphasis I want to make is, I've kind of talked in this vein for the past few months, basically about MAGA and what Trump is doing right now. And for the life of me, I do not understand why people see the value in Trump basically being so nakedly anti-constitutional. And I think that, people are basically saying, or a lot of people are basically saying that we need a strong hand on the tiller, a unitary executive, that sort of thing. We need somebody who's strong enough to cut through the red tape and get things done. But the thing is that getting things done for 50% of the country basically leaves the other 50% in some form of dissatisfaction or outright hostility. I don't see the point of doing this sort of thing if you've only got 40 to 50% of the country. It is a recipe for unrest, and that's at a minimum. So, we wait to see what Trump's doing, and I'm sure that, he's just kind of like a toddler pushing boundaries to see what he can get away with. But it's a dangerous game. And the problem isn't so much Trump. He's a symptom, in my opinion. The actual problem is basically described in some of the stuff that I've read through today. Basically being, just being objectionable for no rhyme or reason other than to just get your way. to the objection of people, that's basically, part of being sociable is compromise. And when one side is unwilling to compromise, but is willing to impose its will on the other half of the population, you're not going to get, Pax Romana or Pax Americanus. So, with that in mind, I will just wait to see what happens. And, we deal with, what comes our way, the best we can. And with that, I will ask everybody to make sure that you subscribe to the Stanley Cross channel. Make sure that you share, videos with people who, may enjoy my silliness. And until next time. And I think I will be doing a show tonight. I'm not exactly sure what time, but stay tuned. The show will, of course, be on John Galt's Urban Landlord channel, Stanley versus the World. Talk to y'all later.
Well, what do you think? Did it lull you to sleep?
I thought you was asleep, Stan. I'm like, Stan didn't even remember I was on the thing. He ain't say.
Well, no. Well, here's the thing about videos. I tend to let them play through instead of interrupting every couple sentences. I know I should probably interrupt, but to me, listening to the whole thing just gives me context. So, nope, I'm not asleep.
Okay. Okay. So I got to search for the bakery's phone number. Their phone number went out. I was going to call up ahead, and it's getting late in the day. Maybe I'll just go to a restaurant and pick up a dinner.
Well, good. I'm usually, don't let me hold you up. I'm usually not even on this early, but I was up all night messing around with old YNs, and one thing leads to another.
Well, yeah, I would call the restaurant and see if they're on point.
Dennison, you still there?
You excuse me. You have the fish dinner? Hello. Do you have the fish dinner? Yes, I have. Oh, I'll be there shortly. Thank you so much. All right,
Do
Stan.
they know your voice?
They know my order. they might have it ready when they get to the window.
Okay. Well, bon appetit.
I'd be cracking up. I'd be like, it feels so good to go to a place and they know who I am. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Walk up, he say, you want this, you want that? I say, yes. All I have to say is yes. And, oh, what about this? Oh, yes, I want that. When he offered me to drink, otherwise I would order it, but they know. I think it's beautiful, man. Go places where people know you. Like I said,
hey, there is nothing better than to be known.
Like I said, when the police have pulled me over in the past, since I've been pulled over, they always refer to me as Uncle.
Do they?
Yep. Yep. Most of them are younger, under 30 or under 40. Yep, they are. They cops. They pulled me over for speed. Or you ran the red light. I said, I did. Yes, Uncle. You didn't know.
Well, do they give you a ticket?
Sometimes they give me a ticket. Sometimes they don't. I stood with one guy and talk about the seatbelt. I said, I need no seatbelt. He said, listen, Uncle, you know what you're doing, but you don't know what the other drivers are doing. Wear the seatbelt. I say, okay, give me the ticket. And I wear my seatbelt all the time because he's correct. I done seen people ran off into ditches by other drivers, stuff like that. It's other drivers. You don't know. Maybe you good, but you don't know what might happen. Other drivers may hit you from the side. They didn't.
Right.
I didn't see too many things. I would have seen when he told me that. I just said, "Yeah, man, you're right." I saw him the other day. I just waved and say hi. I don't know if he remembers me, but I remember him. When I see him about, he's a traffic cop. He's out in the streets. I mean, that's beautiful. Sometimes they don't. Like on my birthday, the girl pulled me over talking about I didn't use a blinker. I said, a blinker? I said, Dad, come on. Yeah, I got to hit you for the blinker. That's the law. But the laws, have changed. More they're enforcing different laws because the reefer laws don't make no money no more. You know what I mean? Don't make as much money on the streets like it used to. The reefer laws, you can have so much reefer now and you don't go to jail, stuff like that. Right? So back in the day, a roach, you know what I mean? A little half a joint will get you in jail for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, $1, whatever. But now, since the laws have changed, they're not getting that money because they were collecting a lot of money off of that law. The U.S. same way, but a lot of money they were collecting off of that law, man. That's why they say now you got to have a license to sell it. That's money. They still trying to collect money off a damn tree. It's a tree, free the tree, free the people. That's what I say. Free the tree, free the people. They make a tree illegal. I know 3 trees right now that I grew up around that'll kill you dead. Nightshade, a crab eye, and what's the other one? I don't remember. Belladonna. That is nightshade, ain't it? So I know 2 trees that I grew up around that'll kill you dead. Belladonna and crab eye. Kill you dead. No problem. Should kill an elephant. The what they call them? The crab eyes will kill an elephant. But it ain't illegal.
I guess not.
The tree that ain't gonna do nothing but make you see the world better for what it is, which is what weed does. It separates you from the reality of dogma. Well, it can, It can separate you from the reality of dogma and free your mind. That's why they say free your mind and your ass will follow. That's why they made weed illegal. I was watching the History Channel on the History Channel. Go check it out. Why was weed made illegal? And they'll tell you it was all racial. They knew niggas smoked weed, so they made it illegal so they could put more people in jail. One of the black laws. It was one of the black laws, they call them. Black code, that kind of thing they call it. And Jim Crow laws. That's all that. That's what it was. One of them. It made a lot of people go to jail. And when you go to jail, as you know, according to the Constitution, once you're in jail, you can be forced to work for free. That's how the Constitution reads. Unless, except, I forget which word he used, one of them words, talking about this, involuntary servitude is no longer unless.
Well, the problem is the involuntary servitude. That's not. I'm not going to go knee deep into it, but that servitude. What is servitude? It doesn't say slavery. You got to be careful.
It don't say slavery itself, but it's involuntary. So anything involuntary is automatically listed as an enslavement.
I would tend to disagree with that.
Like what? And tell me.
Well, involuntary. Look, you're in jail. That's certainly not voluntary, but the labor part. Part of the punishment is servitude. Servitude is not slavery.
What you mean by servitude then? Because I ain't catching you.
You use the word. It's literally in the 13th Amendment.
I'm saying in the jailhouses, they send them. The people, the wardens and all that stuff, the sheriffs and stuff, they rent those jail criminals, whatever how you said that be in jail. They rent them people out to companies and corporations.
Yeah, convict leasing.
Yeah, and they get money. The convicts don't get the money necessarily. They may even get a cut
Right.
sometimes to keep it from being, you got to give them something kind of attitude. But they know they're making money off of that. That's why they have private prisons. And the privately owned prisons sued the government because the government was not providing enough prisoners. But when they bought the contract, they bought it under a contract that it won't go below such and such percentage of capacity. And they got that low, so the private company sued the government, and the government made it right by arresting more people, putting out more laws so they can bring in more people from the courts to the prisons so they could satisfy those particular contracts. What's his name? The Clintons have stock in private prisons, but the Clintons come from a long line of plantation owners. And I mean, his great grandfather was governor. You from them areas? You know what? I ain't got to talk about the Clintons. You know about the Clintons. His great grandfather was the governor too, or his grandfather, one of them.
No, I didn't know that.
Check it, the Clinton family, make them and Roddenham, who was her real name?
Rodham.
That was a whole. I'm talking about Hillary. Hillary's people was a whole nother group.
Hillary Rodham.
Yeah, she was a whole nother different plantation owner family. They just married family, plantation. Yeah, but Clinton, I ain't gonna get this right, but I'm gonna try Clinton. Okay, Clinton, president. I should put president before that. President Clinton. Okay, Bill Clinton, 42nd president. Let's go back a few days before his birth. Yeah, over here. Bill Clinton. They talk about him. Let's see what they got to say. They look like they might even talk about his grandfather in here. Or his father, forget which one. Bill Clinton. He married her. They don't say they met at Yale. Him and Hillary. They're just talking about his personal stuff. This ain't going back into his. Okay, give me his. Hold on, I'm gonna ask Google for President Clinton's ancestry. That ought to work, right? And ancestry. Okay. All right, here we go. We got him now. President Bill Clinton's ancestry is predominantly English and Scot-Irish, with roots in North America dating back to the 13 colonies. Genealogists have also traced his maternal line to early Scottish monarchs and French royalty. Okay. It starts with the Blythe family. Okay, maybe I can get it from. I'm trying not to read it from too far down. I just want to go with his current grandfather now. Okay, I'm gonna have to go look at another section. But yeah, I had read it somewhere when I was looking about, when I found out about them owning the big shares in the private prisons. Clinton. Okay. There's a Clinton political family, coat of arms. Did you know that? You should see this. You want to see it? Hold on, I'm gonna put it on the present thing again.
Okay.
Yeah, because they got a coat of arms, man. Clinton family. This is beautiful. Okay, we on. This is about Bill Clinton. I know everybody else not. The political family from New York who originate in Arkansas. who are related to Bill Clinton's second ward, la-di-da. Okay, so now he's a political family. What is a political family? Let's see. They give you a little biopsy. A political family, also referred to as a political dynasty, is a family in which multiple members are involved in politics, particularly electoral politics. Members may be related by blood or marriage. Often several generations or multiple siblings may be involved, right? So let's go back to where we were with the, with the Clinton thing. Okay, here we go. A being of a political family. So that means that there's more than just him and Hillary. Yeah, but Hillary became the first female presidential nominee. They're just talking about her, but I'm looking for his fathers. Oh, they are not related by blood to the founding fathers. Oh, they put Trump in here too? Wait a minute. I missed over there, child. Okay. In 2016, Hillary became the first female president nominee from the major party. Hillary was defeated in an election of television personality, real estate developer, and businessman Donald Trump. They are not related by blood to the founding fathers, and Vice President George Clinton and his nephew, New York Governor DeWitt Clinton. However, they are related to Bill's stepfather, Roger, who was the first cousin 5 times removed from George. So they have some kind of, I don't know. Okay, they say his father, though, Bill Clinton's father, was named Blythe, not Clinton at all. You see that?
Yeah, apparently he was adopted by his stepfather.
Okay. Was a traveling heavy equipment salesman who died in a car crash 3 months before Bill was even born. Blythe was born as one of 9 children to William Jefferson Blythe Sr., a poor farmer in Sherman, Texas, and his wife, the former Lou Birchie Ayers. He was of English and Scottish-Irish descent. Well, they're keeping it in the Irish, with family ties to North America since the days of the 13 colonies, once again. Blythe was married 4 times. He married for the first time in December 35, and the bride was Virginia Gash. They were divorced only 13 months later. Although no child was born to the couple during their marriage, they later had a son together. After the divorce, Virginia moved to California and married first a man named Kofet, then a man named Ritzenthaler. However, she and Blythe remained friends, and she visited him on occasion. Anyway, they go down. I'm trying to find out how they got to California. Aren't the Clintons from Georgia?
No, Arkansas. He is. She's from Chicago.
Oh, they didn't run out of Georgia. I thought they had some kind of standing in Georgia.
Arkansas. He was governor of Arkansas.
Who is the governor of Georgia at the moment?
Brian Kemp.
Okay, who was before him? That's what I need to see. Because I'm thinking Clinton
I can't remember.
all the same time. I'm thinking Clinton was out of Georgia. I never really looked at it. Okay. Oh, I see here they said Arkansas, Pulaski County, Little Rock. Oh, I met a man from there when I was young. My children's great grandfather, my children's great grandfather. I met him there. I remember they said the word Pulaski County. I was in Little Rock, and he had been there all his life too. He was 80 something when I met him back in the 70s. I met him in 71 or 72, and he was 80 something when I met him. So he was born in the 1800s, I'm figuring. And he said there was no slavery. There was, they did, what they called it? Sharecropping. And he had a cotton tree in his yard, in his own yard. And he was, somebody took a photograph of it for some reason, maybe around Christmas time or something. He would put Christmas lights in the cotton tree because he said he picked cotton. He ain't mad at cotton. That was funny. But I met him then. He also suggested that I join the Masonic Lodge, a Masonic Lodge. He said the Masonic Lodge is what helped them through the hard time. That the fact that they had the unity of the lodge and the secrecy of the lodge and the brotherhood of the lodge. You can go anywhere. In the lodge, that I was on my way to California, and he know people in he can tell me how to hook up with people in California. You see what I mean? Because he know people. All you got to be is a member of the lodge. You know certain things, how to communicate that you're a member, and then la-di-da. You got a connection. And the Masonic Lodge has to do with work. You know that, right? I don't know. A lot of people be talking about it's spiritual, and they talk about the Masonic Lodge has to do with work. It's a work connection. You can go to Saudi Arabia and do certain things. They recognize you if they're in a lodge. They'll recognize you and give you. They know to give that you are first of all reliable, that you pass certain tests and stuff like that, and dynamics of being in a lodge member. You understand what I'm saying? And then when you meet up with them, you can get work. Because it's about work. You know, Masonic is about work, brick masonry, this and that. It's about doing work. So first you got to know how to do some work. My work is carpentry. You know, I'm just saying, when I have to go to that, what they call it, basic thing about what can you do. I know all this ins and outs, like that kind of stuff, right? So then, that's what I was told. It's always about work and brotherhood. And my brother, one of my brothers I know was a mason. I don't know how you put that, a mason. And then he told me the same thing. Like I say, my brothers are older than me. So they, they try to advise me on when they can about what's up, what to look for, la-di-da. So I'm just saying, I hear now, especially among colored people, they like to call themselves blacks. They are talking, the Masons, they're like that's some kind of problem. But I think that's because they want to make sure that we don't have secret societies, because that's what the elder was teaching me about, secret societies. Secret societies are the thing, like, okay, you know about the Deacons for Defense?
I've heard the name. I don't know that much about it.
It's actually a movie called The Deacons for Defense, where you watch the movie. I think Forrest Whitaker was in it, and in that movie as far as the star to talk about. But it's called The Deacons of Defense. And what they did was they were being attacked by the racist populations, right? Because we got towns, and we had a bunch of colored towns. People were doing fine. But the racist populations were always coming out with a lot of them. Racist populations were new imports from Europe. And usually by that time, especially around the 1800s, the late 1800s after the Civil War, they were importing people they didn't even want to import. No, they didn't import the people they started off. They started importing more of the dregs of European society. And those dregs had an idea that because they're white, Negroes couldn't live better than them. That's how they saw life. They still do. That's why they vote for, 37% of the American public still votes for Trump. At least that's at the bottom. That's his lowest number, 37%, because they go for that. However, when you mention that 40, whatever, 50, half of the whatever, it's 37% I saw in the last poll. Of them 37%, though, they enclose the top 5, what they call it, the top 1%, 2% of the money, who owns all the money. So the other 50, 60% don't own as much money as even half of them 37%, because they own all. Because that they say the only 5% of the people own most of the money in the whole United States. Let's say, because they own more money than all the other people put together. Trillions of dollars. Nobody put that. See what I mean? So even though it's a low percentage that he's following him, it's not political in that sense of democracy. Democracy, you would say, oh yeah, well, it don't matter how much each man each vote, but that ain't how it go. Elon Musk proved that ain't how it go. He was buying votes, and so each man each vote ain't no reality, because that dude had thousands of votes for each dollar he put out there, and he was putting out dollars, and they say he didn't, but he did, and they say they stopped him, but Trump, he gave it to Trump 200 million or even more. I don't even know. That's what they report. When they report something, it ain't true no way. So I'm just saying, it's always something. That's all, man. So I was mistaken about Bill Clinton. I admit that right away, and go on about my business.
All right.
Oh, they say he's a descendant of King Robert of France, and he's related to various kings of Scotland and directly tied to King Henry III of England. Clinton is. I mean, I'm just closing out this thing about Clinton as I was getting out.
Well, let me CKJ3 just came into the show. Let me recognize him. CKJ3 and Lupin, executive producers of the show for this month at least. I am gonna end this. CKJ3, I know you just came here, but I literally been up all night and fussing after a young blood. And there's no helping him. So Wale, it was a pleasure.
So, same way. I appreciate you.
Yeah,
you
don't be a stranger.
So far, so good.
Good. Dennison, don't know if you're awake or not, but we're gonna end the stream here. I'm not sure if we're gonna do a show. Usually, I start the show about 3:30 or so. Usually it's an afternoon drive type of show. But since I have let's see, shoot, I am at almost 3 hours.
I don't know how to disengage so far, man.
Excuse me.
I don't know how to disengage.
Excuse me. Oh wow. I don't know quite how to address this comment, but let me put this back up. Lupin, the other executive producer, CKJ3 and Lupin, and that's that. So I don't know. I may do a show. If I do a show, it's going to be around 6:30 or 7.
and I promise it's going to be very short because I've broken my sleep cycle, and I'm a natural night owl, but I've been very disciplined for like a year, going to sleep early and waking up early in the morning. And there is a threat of me breaking that cycle.
Okay. I got about an hour.
Fish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I'm just checking my traps. I'm closing out my YouTube and all that kind of stuff. So I got to do that.
Well,
it's finished. And I was about to say I got about an hour of me and Stan on my YouTube, and it saved it. So I'm good. I appreciate you, man. Be good to yourself. I'm out.
Yes, sir. Dennison may have fallen asleep. Lupin, CKJ3, Brian, Khan, Camille, NPC. Camille, it was so good seeing you here. If you're still here, please don't. It gets rough and rowdy around here, but we'll we'll be okay. Hola, Yeti, Imperius, Kelvin, Wale, of course, Yakub, my nemesis, and Seymour. Of course you're a YN, but we forgive you. Fred, and all the other assorted characters, Deacon Dave. So anyway, Slick Red. Let's just fold this into a close. I might do a show tonight. I might not. Have no idea, depending on when I wake up and if I feel like doing a show. See y'all.
Yeah.
With all that we have given them, we should own perhaps at least one half of this asset. The revenues generated because of it.
Coors Light philosopher.
And it's not it, just take out the Obama race part. Why the fuck is the president of the United States hosting cartoons?
Stanley walked tall with a paperback brain. Quotes
well, I don't know what it was, but the thing is that if you ever go and you kind of read these people's biographies,
fearing his shoes, library brave.
The MAGA blacks, you get a bunch of MAGA blacks. That's what you get out of it, President. You get MAGA blacks who will put. I'm a drunk old man with a head shaped like a shroom. And then the other thing we've forgotten is brevity. That's the main lesson I learned today, and I know